Just let me know when the recording started.
I've had it going for the last like 2 minutes, so.
Oh
No,
shit!
for the last 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah.
All right.
It's dead
Let's get this
anyways.
started. So welcome, boys, to episode 10 of the Podthiccness podcast. I am your host today, Gino, and today we also have the usuals.
Hello.
Oh, so you want us to say it too? Okay. Hello, it's John.
It's your boy.
Skinny penis.
Skinny Venus.
Skinny penis.
It's me, Patrick. How's everyone doing on this fine Tuesday night?
Tuesday
Yes.
night, even though it's coming out
Tuesday
Friday,
night.
but Tuesday night right now.
Yeah.
It's Friday night.
Post in the
and it
comments how
won't
good
be-
your Tuesday night was,
Yeah.
or
That's
else
how your
That's it.
Tuesday was.
Tuesday.
your 2-way day.
Tuesday. Wednesday.
It's
Fuck,
really
it's already
to be
2-way day.
Wednesday. Fuck, it's
God.
a 2-way day. God. That's my favorite. Fuck.
Okay, no, but we'll get into the topic of this podcast. It's probably gonna be a long one.
Yeah.
Today we're doing a 3x3 again.
Yeah. 3x3
But this
time.
time it's our favorite movies. The rules are the same as last time, where you can't have the same, like you can't have multiple of the same franchise. You can have like if we had multiple Disney ones, which I'm not sure we do on this one because we talked about it before, then you're allowed. It just you can't have like Toy Story 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
which I easily would have fucking had on here, but we
That's
can't
it.
do
I
that.
think like
So,
if you have a DreamWorks, like that'll count as its own thing. Like even though it's technically owned by Disney, like we can count it separately, and that's more
we
of a
could count
recent
it like
thing, you know?
that, but I don't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
think that we even did that, honestly, based
I
on
did.
what we said. So, then that's
Oh,
fine.
like
but-
for like I have one Disney, one DreamWorks. So.
oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
exactly.
That's-
Like,
Yeah, that's okay.
But that's
as
like,
long as you don't have
literally
like multiple of the same one, like same thing with other
No, it's-
franchises.
Oh,
Like
you
I
know
have
what?
two
You know
Disney
what?
ones,
Yeah, you know
but
what,
like
technically,
I'm not even
yeah.
counting what the second.
I
one
have
is a
two
Disney
Disney
movie.
technically. Exactly. It's not like a Disney princess type movie. Like not one
I
of
made
those,
sure not to
like,
add
really
any
different.
because that is on its own and they would take a lot of the spots.
It'd be like not all
Exactly.
mine basically. Yeah, you could easily do that.
So we'll get right into it. I'll share my screen and we'll spin the wheel.
It's the Gino wheel time. It's epic wheel
It's
time.
It's
Let's
epic
see.
wheel time, baby.
Am I
Epic wheel
gonna
time
go
with
first again? Let's find out.
Let's
G14
see.
the wheel deal.
You guys see it?
Yes.
Wheel.
G14 the wheel deal.
Oh,
up.
I'm actually going first this time. Okay.
It's Botrick. Gino, your
Botrick.
pages, your Chrome didn't shut down correctly. You should probably restore.
I should probably
Yeah.
restore it.
I
Oh
restored.
shit.
It's all that's all the porn tabs.
Porn. Your homo porn.
All right, so I'll go first. You ready?
Yes.
So this is the list.
That's not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting Toy Story 3, to be honest.
Nah.
Uh,
Okay, so
Real
we'll start
steal
with
for
that
the
one
real deal.
first. We'll start with Toy Story. Guys, for people who don't know me, Toy Story is my favorite franchise of all time.
Mhm.
It is very well known by everybody. I am the biggest Toy Story fan. Toy Story 2 is my favorite because I think it's the movie I watched the most in my entire life. I think I've watched this movie at least like fucking 500 times. It used to
yes.
play on loop in my house
Oh,
all
actually,
day.
Give me 2 seconds. Keep talking. I realized I had my fucking AC running this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. But Toy Story, honestly, for me, it's like the fucking perfect movie. It
Yeah.
literally has fucking everything, and then Toy Story 2 and specifically has so many good moments. Like, I don't know why, but the Zurg and Buzz fight in the fucking elevator,
Such a shit.
it makes me fucking laugh so much.
No. As the
That's the
elevator's
way-
like.
die. It's just annoying. You know, usually in like these fucking action movies, like a fucking like actual bullet noise, like a fucking cannon or something. It's like a fucking tennis ball
Tennis
shooting.
ball.
And it makes me laugh every time. And like just the way that this time it was Buzz, like when you look at the first movie, it's Woody trying to save Buzz.
Yeah.
Cause like Buzz was like being a fucking idiot. He was like trying to like
Me.
be a real like space ranger, but he's a fucking toy. So like he had to like help him with that. And he had to save him from Sid's house. The second one, it's more like he's trying to save Woody, and like and at the beginning he says like he would have done the same thing for me, whatever. So it's like a whole fucking like thing where like he's going to save him. You gotta like get
Homies.
you got Bullseye and Jesse in this movie.
Great characters.
Zurg is the best part of this movie, so let's just put a Zurg out there. Zurg was the one toy I wish I fucking had.
Oh,
bro. If I had like a little
same,
mini
yeah.
one,
Me too.
if I would have had
Zurg is
like a
sick.
big Zurg, oh man, that would have been fucking balling.
Game over.
But
Booing,
yeah,
that's
Toy Story is my favorite movie of all time. I like all three, like all four of them. Like four, I like it the least, just because like I feel it's getting overdone now. I still loved it, but
But like
like
they could have quit while they were ahead.
they could have quit at 3, and I would
Yeah.
have been like perfectly happy with it.
But
But
Gino, you crying in the theaters at 4 was one of the biggest things.
okay, wait, so for context, I've only cried at 3 movies in my fucking life. I've cried at Jack Frost,
The B
the
movie.
movie. I always quote this guy. I find it fucking hilarious that I cried
The
at this
B
movie.
movie.
Jack Frost. I wish I cried during the movie. But I didn't. Jack Frost and Toy Story 3 and 4. That's it. I've never cried at any other movie in my fucking life. I watched Marley and Me, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
I cried during B movie when the plane's doing that like dance when it's trying to land.
From the sun.
Doo-doo-doo. I love that fucking song. But Toy Story is just so special to me. I fucking love it. I literally have my Woody from when I was growing up, and like the Buzz that Gabe got me for my birthday like 3 years ago,
Aw.
like on my fucking bureau. That like, oh, dude, I fucking love it. But that's Toy Story. Anything else that you notice on here that you want me to talk about?
Real Steel is a really sweet choice that I didn't
was
even
about to
think
say,
I
yeah.
of.
love Real Steel
Such a good
so
movie. Oh
much.
my
I
God.
remember I watched this movie in theaters. I think
Oh my
it was
god, me
with a
too.
Damo.
It would have been grade 7 because I watched it in theaters too.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
watched it with Adamo and Chris, but I'm pretty sure it was just me and Adamo. I don't know what I watched it with Adamo there. I don't know who else was there, but I watched it with Adamo,
Oh, such a
and
good
it
movie.
was so good.
Mhm.
And then every time I've rewatched it, it's still. And another thing for
I
me,
need to rewatch it.
I
on
don't
the phone.
rewatch movies. If I can rewatch the movie, it's an amazing.
Like it's
movie
on
for
this
me.
list basically.
Yeah.
If you've rewatched it,
Basically.
Like I've rewatched every single movie on this list
of course.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Like I think the one I've watched the least is probably
You say
The
Dodgeball?
Dark Knight,
Ah, wow.
and even that I've watched it like 5 times.
Mhm.
So like everything else I've watched multiple fucking times. So like Real Steel, every time I watch it, I'm always fucking impressed by it. Hugh Jackman's just a fucking
Oh,
legend.
he's so good. Fuck.
He's so good.
Such
a good
He
actor.
is so good.
Mhm.
Or just the story in general is fucking
Oh
amazing.
yeah, it's so
fucking
well
love it.
written and acted and like just everything. The
It's fucking
message is
perfect.
sweet and just I need to rewatch it, man. I
There's
just-
also robots too, so like you have like the fucking
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
It
You got
appeals
like
to
cool, there's, like,
everyone.
cool
cool ass
stuff going on.
robots.
Yeah. Shit's flying everywhere. Demolitions.
It's
fun
almost like
stuff.
it's almost like if Transformers was good, basically.
Like I love boxing in general. Like I've been getting into boxing way more now, but
Yeah.
like Real Steel was like the first. Like I didn't watch Rocky a lot growing up.
I
and,
watched
like,
it
I'll
last
be honest-
night.
No, but I'll be honest. Rocky is like okay for me. Like I could watch Rocky,
Have
but
you
I'm
watched the
never
first one?
rewatching it ever again. Yeah, I've watched all of them.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just will never rewatch it in my life unless I'm like let's say I go to your house, Pat. You're like,
Yeah.
oh gee, like I have like Rocky on. You wanna watch it?
Did you say,
We'll
"Fuck
probably
no."
not do that. We'll probably never do that. But
It's
like,
me with
if it-
Dominoes.
like no, it's the same. But it's not a movie that you can just like fucking play on the TV. You know what I mean? I find like you
I
have
know
to
what you mean.
watch all of them. So I can watch Rocky, and Rocky's okay for me. I watched Creed. Creed was way better in my opinion.
Oh wow, I'm surprised. You
I
say
I
that.
think it's also another thing. I don't like old movies,
Oh okay.
and it's not even
I'm the
because they're.
opposite.
I don't even think it's because of the story. I think it's just because of the way like it looks, and it just which is fucking stupid to say.
Oh, that's fine.
But like I find like everything on this list is. But I think the oldest movie was like, Toy Story 2.
Star
No,
Wars.
okay, yeah, Toy Story 2.
This on Star Wars?
That's right. No,
can't- I
this,
can't even tell which one that
Revenge,
is. No.
Revenge of the Sith came out in like 2004 or something.
Oh wow, yeah. Toy Story 2 is
What
99.
would you consider? What would you consider like old? Like up to what year?
Probably early 2000s for Gino. Or
No,
90s,
no, no.
or-
Like, I would say like maybe like early 90s is like the oldest I would go. Like I would go where
Mhm.
I would. It doesn't bother me. As soon as we get into like the 80s, I'm like, oh my god, like this is really fucking ugly to look at, and like, oh my god, like everything on here is where we grew up, where like TV and everything is just like perfect quality. Like now we're at like the point where like everything's fucking amazing, but like when this was the point where like oh everything became really just visually appealing to watch.
Mhm.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is so that's what I noticed. I feel like I just don't enjoy older movies, and I find that really weird. But hey, it is what it is. So another one you guys want me to talk about on the list?
John, you want to pick?
Uh,
John
let's go
Wick.
with- Let's go with John Wick. Yeah.
I meant John. Do you want to pick one? Not John Wick.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I meant John. Do you want to pick one?
I
No,
was
sorry.
I was between John Wick or Mighty Ducks. So let's go with John
Okay,
Wick.
we'll go with John Wick, then we'll go into Mighty Ducks.
Which is the
John
Fortnite
Wick.
skin.
John Wick is the greatest action movie I've ever seen in my fucking life.
The best Fortnite
John
skin
Wick 1. No, it is
ever.
the greatest Fortnite skin. But John Wick 1 is fucking amazing. Then the other two are really good too. But John Wick 1, I watched it, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And it's fucking amazing. I just fucking love this movie so fucking much. Keanu Reeves is another fucking actor where he does like anything he's in is just fucking golden. Like
Oh, yeah.
literally anything.
Yeah.
And he just fucking kills it every fucking time. Like I find most of the actors in here, like you have Tom Hanks. Any movie with Tom Hanks is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, almost all
Yeah.
the X-Men movies he's in are fucking good.
The only thing I disagree with you here is Ted, where like I don't think anyone in that movie is good. So
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like
it's
Mark
a classic
Wahlberg.
movie.
I like Mila Kunis and Sex McFartland. I don't really care for.
Yeah, but you like Mark Wahlberg.
No, he's an
No,
awful
Mark
human being
Wahlberg.
too.
But Mark Wahlberg is Mark
I-
Wahlberg.
I fucking love Ted though. Ted's one of my favorite comedies of all time. But for John Wick, like most of the actors on here, like they're just fucking iconic. So I look at it, it's like everything on here is amazing. Like John Wick, whenever I think of Keanu Reeves, it's the first thing I think of. It's like
Keanu
that in the
Chungus.
Matrix.
Yeah,
But like,
Keanu Reeves on this,
but
yeah, that's
John
the
Wick is just
you don't
fucking
think of
amazing.
Red
I
House
fucking love it.
100. God
But
almighty.
you know, also I feel like I don't care about how like you know like usually when it comes to like actors, you don't really care what they do in their fucking personal lives or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about anyone's fucking personal life on here except for like Keanu Reeves, because actually like when like you look him up, you're
Like,
like, oh, he's
actually-
just a fucking good person.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
he's actually just doing good
Yeah.
shit.
Only
Yeah.
good things.
it's always good things about him. So,
Only
like, that's-
W's.
Only
That's it,
W's.
literally.
And- but like when it comes to actors and in general, I don't really care about their fucking backstory as long as they do good in
Actors.
the movie. That's all that matters.
Actors.
Like who's that fucking guy? Like is it Kevin Spacey? Is that
What
what
about
I'm
him?
thinking of? Where he beat like he did something really fucking bad or whatever.
Yeah, then yes, you're thinking of the right guy.
Okay, so that guy, like I don't think I've watched any of his fucking things. So I'm thinking like that as an example where like him doing whatever fucking stupid shit he did does not affect the fucking shit that he acted in.
Did you ever watch
to me.
Baby Driver?
Yeah.
Baby Driver was fucking one I forgot. That's an honorable mention. Baby
Yeah,
Driver was
it's
really
on my
fucking
honorable
good.
mention list too. It's the main reason it's there. Like not to steal the spotlight or anything, is because like basically every actor in that movie has had like a really bad accusation against them. So the movie has kind of gone. It was so high on the list for me, and then everyone started doing really fucked up shit. So I'm like,
But that wouldn't bother me.
It bothers
Yeah,
me.
it's just a shame. It's
It
just
You
a
know,
shame.
bothers me.
because for me, I don't care what they do outside the movie. Like what they like, I'm not there to watch the fucking actors' lives. I'm there to watch them fucking.
No,
act.
that's fair, but it's just you have that association after a little while, where like when 3 of like the 5 main actors have been like accused of doing really fucked up stuff, I find
Yeah.
it hard to watch their movies. You know.
It's a fair point. I find like
Mhm.
I'm not there to fucking.
No,
I
me
don't care
neither.
about their
Exactly.
personal
I
lives, like,
used
as
to
long as
think
they
a lot
fucking
more
do
like
good.
that until I started
Yeah.
seeing it happen to me more and more. Like my favorite band at the time, same thing happened. Like they're all good people. Like they were making fantastic music, and then like 2 of the 4 of them are caught like beating up like their fans, like and like women and assaulting and like raping them and shit. And it's like, well, no, I can't really listen to their
That's it.
music anymore.
That ain't it. That ain't it.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
that
some
just
people you
that's
listen-
my thing.
Especially in this year.
Like,
where
I don't
people
blame you for
people
doing
listen
that,
to it.
but-
No, exactly, and I don't blame you
Like I
for
really
having
don't.
emotions
It's
at
like
the
from
same
my
time.
point
Yeah.
of view, honestly, it does like
No,
these actors could all be fucking
super
all in prison.
understandable.
It would
Yeah.
it would not bother me at all.
No, that's totally fair. Honestly, it's good to enjoy things. Fuck.
Yeah,
So
no,
I have
that's
no
why. It's
issues
just
with
that.
that. But
So that's like John. Like when you look at Keanu Reeves, he's one of them where he's perfect. He's a perfect.
he would never
human
do
being.
anything.
He-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
literally.
literally, he's just so fucking
Literally.
nice and everything. So you
Nice
root for
man, nice
him.
man.
Like
Of course.
you know, when they're really good, I root for them. But it's not like if they do something bad, I won't. Like I don't care. But if they do
We're not
something
gonna
really good, like, I
ostracize
root for
them.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
no,
like
like-
it's not like one strike you're out type of thing.
Yeah.
Unless it's like with something
Exactly.
really fucked up. But if it's something small, basically, you could like probably let it go. You know.
No, I find even if it's really big, if I'm watching the movie, it's not gonna affect if the movie's really big, right? Like a good example, Superbad's another honorable mention on here that I could.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't
like,
have put
so
it on
if-
those.
Let's say Jonah Hill did something so fucked up, I'm still watching Superbad.
Yeah,
It's not
same.
bothering me.
No,
Like,
of
you know what I
course.
mean? Like it
Oh,
doesn't. Like,
good.
he could literally like fucking murder like 35 billion people. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's watch fucking Superbad. Like that
He
doesn't
wipes out
bother
5
me.
times the Earth's population.
Literally, what? No, but like that's why I don't know. Like that's why when they do good stuff, you
Excuse
root
me.
for them, and then like speaking of Superbad, Michael Cera is another fucking great actor. Like I
Mhm.
love fucking Scott Pilgrim's another honorable mention on here that I fucking love.
Very good movie.
That probably would have replaced fucking Dodgeball for me, Scott Pilgrim. Now I think about it, it's
Pilgrim
like
is
it's like
so
what
good.
it's like,
Ah,
it's
it's
like
okay,
just there, but
Interchangeable, yeah.
yeah.
People slept on it, man, when it was in theaters.
Oh my god.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But no, that's John Wick. The Mighty Ducks is the best hockey movie of all time.
Yeah.
It's that and the other one with the fucking guys with the
Slapshot?
glasses. I'm forgetting.
Goon?
No, is it Slapshot or is it Miracle on Ice? The one where the fucking
Miracle on Ice
like
about the American team beating the Russians.
Okay, no, it's that one. It's the one. I think it's Slapshot where the guy, the three brothers with the glasses, and they're just fucking beating people up.
It might be
You know what
that.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what the movie. That one's really good too, but like the Mighty Ducks is just an iconic movie.
Goon
It's
was
so
I
fucking
like
good.
Goon was pretty good too. There's not too many hockey movies, honestly.
There aren't, but the Mighty Ducks is the best one.
Yeah.
A lot of them are
Like all
solid,
three of
too.
them are good. Like even the second one when they're like playing for the U.S. team was fucking good.
Yeah.
But like the first one, just the fucking best one.
Yeah,
That's why it's on here. I just fucking love it.
Mr. Estevez did a good job in it.
He did.
that's fair. Yeah.
I'm debating on watching the new
You're the
show.
baby. There's a Mighty Ducks
on
show.
there's a new Mighty Ducks like it's called
Oh.
the Mighty Ducks like Game Changers on Disney Plus, and I'm like debating on watching it, but like
The powerful
like
geese.
none of the old characters except for like Emilio Estevez are like on the show, so like it's
Rest
really,
in
like,
peace.
Yeah,
He didn't die. He just doesn't act
Nah,
anymore.
but I wish that Goldberg was there or like fucking I don't why you're laughing, John, but like Goldberg and what's the name? Like Banks and all like those guys are on there, but like it's all just fucking jobbers. You know,
Goldberg and
Agent Cody Banks.
Weisenblatt and Josenstein and
Goldberg and Agent Cody Banks.
Goldfish be like.
But yeah, the Mighty Ducks is just an iconic fucking movie. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good choice. You really thought outside the box for some of them, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, no, I find like the one, like I'll tell you which ones were super easy. Like Dark Knight was super easy.
Toy Story was easy.
Toy Story was like fuck the first one I put on here. Really.
Yeah,
Real
so the
Steel
only
was
one I
really
predicted.
easy.
And I thought it'd been
Yeah,
3
Real
to be
Steel
honest.
was really easy. Star Wars was really easy. John Wick was really easy, and the other four.
You have to
were
put a
really
little
hard.
bit of
Like,
thought into.
Like Fast and the Furious 5 for me is my favorite one, just because of the way the movie like played out, and the last scene is just fucking crazy.
Mhm.
Like now, Fast and the Furious come to the point where like it's really making me like my what's it called my fan card is like really fucking weighing, because they're fucking doing so much stupid
Of
shit
course,
now.
yeah, exactly.
But,
They're
like
going to
Fast
space.
5 was like the last one where it was mainly about like
Family.
it was a racing. No, but there was
About
no, but there was the
family.
racing thing, but it was more like them like
Family.
Mia
robbing
Familia.
the guy, but like they were using cars the whole way through. Like it wasn't like
Cars done
oh
movie.
we're gonna get
Yeah.
we're not gonna get like guns and like shit. Like they're literally just using like vehicles to like break
Yeah.
in. Like the last scene is them like driving the car with the bank. Like that was fucking sick. Like and it was just a good movie in general. But like and we watch it on Christmas every year. It's like our fucking Christmas tradition in our family.
Vin
Really watch
Diesel
Fast
will
and Furious.
survive a zombie apocalypse if you just tell him family.
Family. No, the
Family.
best thing with my
He'll
favorite
survive
fucking
with
Vin
family.
Diesel line is the
Polish
thing about
pussy.
street fights is the street always wins and he stomps the floor and the street crashes. My favorite fucking thing that ever happened. I was laughing so hard.
This is for family. Like,
This is
stop.
for family. Fucking
This is for
stomps
family,
the
you
floor, the
fucking
fucking
idiot.
earth caves in. Fuck.
Like the Wild Seas roof.
Like the Wild Seas
Oh, wait.
roof, yeah.
Can't wait.
Can't believe the Wild Sea
Yeah.
caved in.
Plaza Antique
Dude.
Rose a fucking roof.
Can't wait. Oh my god, what's antique? The garage. Literally
The
a garage hall.
No, but Fast 5 is my favorite like Fast and the Furious movie, and like the original ones, like the from like Fast 1 to like maybe 6, they're all like really good. Then like 7, 8, and 9 are like
Start getting retarded.
like they're getting fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like really bad. I'm like they're not even bad movies. Just like fuck, like don't like just make a new fucking franchise and do this like what that it is. Like,
That's it. They're in too deep and they refuse to change.
dude, the
you know?
first like 5 movies are like there's like actually fucking vehicles. Like the whole point is to race and stuff.
Yeah.
Like now they're not
Family.
even racing anymore. They're just like,
No.
alright, let's just fucking like drive on the side of a fucking building and like fucking like go into
CGs
space.
It's
and
not
shit.
Fast and or Furious.
It's really not.
The only thing
but
furious is me.
It's just quick and aggressive now.
literally, that's what it is.
Mildly upset the movie.
Vin
Probably
Gasoline.
upset the movie.
Vin Gasoline.
No, but Fast Five is like one here. Like now that I think about it, like the four that I was talking about, like Ted, Dodgeball, Fast, and Mighty Ducks, or like ones where like I could put like Scott Pilgrim, I could put Super Bad on here.
Mhm.
It's all based on mood sometimes too, you know.
Yeah.
And like,
Like,
we
even at
forgot
Disney,
about a
like-
lot of movies.
Like Lion
Disney,
King
yeah.
was another really like good
That's not a
movie,
bad
and like
choice. Yeah.
Hercules
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But like those are honorable mentions. And like for Dodgeball, I find Dodgeball is just such an iconic movie too.
So funny.
You know,
I've
what it is,
never
like,
seen
it's,
it, man.
It's
It's
such a
so-
shit post. It's so fucking funny. Like
Ben Stiller does such a
is
great
such
job.
a great job. Oh my god.
Being a
Like
bad guy.
what was the guy with the fucking like the nerdy guy that like he was like doing cheerleading and like
Oh my
like,
god, I forgot
that guy
how
was
to
making me
his name.
fucking pissed too. Like when he was fucking like the cheerleader, like hot cheerleader chick was going for him. Like yeah, let's go.
The Life of
No,
John.
but Dodgeball's a fucking yeah. If you haven't watched it, Pat, you should
Never,
watch
yeah.
Dodgeball. It's a really good movie. I think you would like it. It's really fucking fun.
That Semi-Pro is another like sport shitpost movie that I've been meaning to watch too. But
I've
I,
never heard of
Oh,
Semi
yeah.
Pro.
It's a Will
you know what
Ferrell.
movie I forgot? Actually,
Hmm.
what it would replace Dodgeball on here? Moneyball. Moneyball's the greatest
Money,
like,
money,
sports,
money.
Like,
with
movie
what's
I've
his
ever
name?
seen.
With Brad Pitt, Moneyball, or
Yeah, with Brad Pitt, Moneyball.
and Jonah Hill. Is
Moneyball,
Jonah Hill in it, or am I thinking?
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Moneyball actually replaces Dodgeball on this list. now that I
Okay,
think about
that's
it.
fair.
And for everyone watching, we did this list. I did this like 20 minutes.
We
before
all did
started
this
recording.
like yeah.
That's why there's gonna be a lot of honorable mentions on here. But,
Oh
like,
yeah, we'll quickly gloss
Moneyball
over them. Yeah.
replaces Dodgeball on here for me.
Okay, so
Think
yeah,
about it.
we could talk about that instead of Dodgeball
Like,
then.
Post editing, at halfway through, just gonna slap Moneyball over.
I'll
Dodgeball.
poorly edit it over
Poorly
right
edit
now.
it over
Right here, I'm gonna
Dodgeball.
poorly edit it.
There we go. But yeah, so Moneyball is now in the middle.
I know what I'm gonna do as the edit. It's perfect.
So yeah, Moneyball is now in the middle. Moneyball is like my favorite
Oh my
sports movie, actually,
God.
I think. But I think it's just because you know how I am, Pal, where I'm so big on the sports management thing. That's why I did school for it.
That's true. Yeah.
And it was
yeah.
such a like big movie. It was like the way that you see the behind the scenes and stuff was just so fucking
Mhm.
cool.
It's
I
almost like
fucking loved it.
it's like Wolf of Wall Street of like the sports movies. I
Wolf
guess
of
if
Wall
you would
Street's
think
another
about it,
fucking
you know.
great movie
Yeah.
too.
I've been meaning to watch that, man. I've never seen
It's
it.
another great
So
movie
good.
too.
So good.
Yeah.
Like Wolf of Wall Street's a movie that's really good, but it's not gonna be on my list. But it's a really good movie.
Oh yeah, there's so
I
many
love
movies I
Wolf
can
of
think of, but I'm like, this is
Yeah.
not making my list. But
That's
Exactly.
it. I've only seen it twice, and like
Yeah, me
Mhm.
too. I've only seen like once or twice, and that's it.
that's good.
it's very good.
Like I said, every single movie on here I've seen multiple times. Moneyball I've seen like 4 times, and I fucking love it. But no, yeah. So Dodgeball is just a fucking funny movie. Like
Yeah.
you should definitely fucking like. Another honorable mention was Grown Ups.
Oh yeah,
It's my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
I
and it
cannot
makes me fucking laugh
stand him.
every time. No, but Grown Ups is just a fucking funny movie.
That and like the Simpsons movie are movies that I've seen so many times as a kid because of my little cousin, my brother, that I've developed like a hatred towards them. And I will never watch them ever again for as long as I live. I will never watch either of them.
Jonathan, you are banging my daughter.
God.
Adam Sandler be like.
Is it Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler is Count Dracula.
No
and
way.
Hotel
I didn't know
Yeah, he
that.
is.
No way. Cool.
Yeah.
In Hotel Transylvania, and Selena Gomez is the fucking daughter.
Gino's banging Adam Sandler's daughter.
Nah, Jonathan is banging his daughter.
Rip Gino. Gino's getting cooked.
Yeah,
God damn
I'm
it.
getting cooked.
John's
But
banging it.
no, yeah, but Grown Ups was the honorable mention on here. Just the fucking like the scene of all the like the guys like fucking in the lawn chair watching the girls fucking like fix the car or whatever. It makes me fucking
Yeah.
laugh every time. And just like the kids like lusting for like the fucking other daughters makes me fucking pissed every time. But Grown Ups is a fucking other good movie. That was on here. And Ted is just my favorite comedy of all time.
Oh, I
like
thought of
Mark
one for my
Wahlberg.
honorable mentions.
Like Ted makes me laugh so fucking much, so fucking like when they're on like cocaine and like they meet fucking Flash,
Flash
Gordon. Bro, that part makes me fucking piss every time. It's so fucking funny, man. I've watched Ted like so many fucking
He's
times.
like, oh my god, we're doing fucking cocaine with Flash Gordon.
Gordon, yeah, it's so fucking good, dude. I fucking love it. Even Ted 2 is really good, but Ted 1 is just so much better.
That's it. I love it.
Yeah, and then my last movie, Revenge of the Sith, is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yes.
For all the Star Wars fans out there, I'm a big Anakin Skywalker fan. I love Darth Vader and Anakin so fucking much. He's just like the perfect character for like in general. He's like he goes from being the hero like to the villain back to the hero.
To
He's
the
just
baby.
an iconic character. No, but he's just an iconic character, like in cinema history. Period.
Gino, I
And like
disagree
this
with you.
movie was just fucking
Just for fun.
amazing.
Wahlberg.
I disagree with you just for
This-
fun.
And this movie specifically has like fucking 30 memes in it, and it's just fucking hilarious.
About hating sand because it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
No,
that's
that's
my
the second
favorite.
one,
That's
that's the
close enough.
That's the second one. This one has
Any Hayden Christensen line in those movies is like A1 for me. Fuck.
This one has fucking what's it called, like CGI Yoda. It has Anakin killing all the kids, but like it's just like the kids looking at him, like that meme. There's the I have the high ground.
Classic.
There's hello there,
Yeah.
General
Hello there.
Kenobi, which is fucking my favorite fucking Star Wars meme. Hello
Every
there.
time.
Who?
That.
Oh, I fucking love that one. Then there's like just a bunch of them.
Hmm?
Who?
No, the fucking Star Wars is just a fucking iconic one. Lord of the Rings is another honorable mention.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Hobbit would never make this fucking list, but Lord of the Rings definitely could. Fucking love Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter is another honorable mention. I love Harry Potter too, but like that wasn't making it. And then like I realized I didn't have the only superhero movie I had was The Dark Knight, but because it is my favorite superhero movie, I didn't really feel like putting another one.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
really
when I
feel
crowded-
like it.
I don't really feel like it, but fuck, I'm thinking of another superhero. I probably would have put Winter Soldier. That's my other honorable mention.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
Captain
Oh,
America:
yes.
Winter Soldier is probably the second best superhero movie I've ever seen. It's Dark Knight and this. And yeah, that's my list. I think we gone through all of them.
Yeah, sweet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna see your list and be like, oh no, wait, another honorable mention that I probably would have put on here was fucking Purge election year,
Ew.
just
Oh,
for
no.
the fucking shit post of
God
it. But
almighty.
no, fucking that movie.
That movie was so fucking funny.
I don't think I've laughed harder at any movie than that in a theater. I fucking laughed so fucking hard. They don't
Thank
even supposed to be
God.
funny.
Bro, in that movie theater, there was fucking applauding for no reason because someone,
Because the fellas fucking started clapping.
the fella started clapping in the theater, and everyone started clapping along.
But I was
Because
surprised.
the one chick that we all wanted dead died. It's like, yeah, let's go.
Like that would have been an honorable mention for the experience, not for the actual movie itself.
Yeah,
but, like, the
exactly.
actual experience would have been on the list, but nah.
So
But yeah.
fucking funny.
That's mine. Now we can go and do back to the wheel.
Let's remove. All right,
We
let's
have-
see.
Pat Thick and Mr. Dingo.
Mr. Dingo.
Oh, looks like it's me.
Oh,
Let's go, okay.
Let's go.
All right, it will be me. Okay.
Is Mr. Dingo then Mr. Patrox?
Mr.
All right,
Gay.
perfect. So I'm gonna share my screen in a bit. You guys ready?
Oh, yes.
sir.
All right. So here's my list. You guys see it?
Hold on.
No, not yet. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Oh
Ex-
yeah. Now, a
excellent
lot
choices.
of movies on the list. They don't.
Oh, Kingsman's another movie I should have put on here. Damn it! I love
They,
Kingsman.
a
I
lot
have
of these
never
movies don't come
seen
as a
it.
surprise.
I've never seen it.
Hold on, wait. There we go.
God, no, literally every one of these movies, John basically
I
references
love
every day.
every single one of these movies.
There's
I'm
a re-
not
like-
surprised by any
Yeah.
of these.
That's
I
it.
didn't
Gee,
think
you've
you
seen
would
The
have put
Mask?
Kingsman on here. Of course, I've seen the
Oh,
Mask.
man. Nice.
Kingsman was my ninth slot. Like I was discussing with Pat earlier. I'm like, fuck. I was trying
Kingsman's
to-
a fucking bang. I think it's the best spy movie ever made.
That's fair.
That's it.
I've never seen
The
it, though,
second
but
one
I'd agree
fucking
with that.
blows, but like Kingsman 1,
Oh, yeah.
wow, so fucking.
I didn't even
That's it.
think about Monster House.
Kingsman is so criminally underrated. I guess I'll start with Kingsman. It's so criminally underrated. Like
It
when
really
I was
is.
in the theaters, like when it was in theaters, not a lot of people were talking about it. And then when I went to go see it with my dad and my brothers, I'm like, what the fuck? This movie is so good.
Yeah, Pat, post edit, slap him. Just do a quick crop back to mine and
Yeah,
slap it
I'm gonna cut
over-
back to it right now.
I can slap it over Ted.
That's it, Kingsman.
Kingsman.
Get fucking Mark Wahlberg out of there. It's Kingsman time.
God.
If I would have thought of Kingsman, it would have definitely made it. Kingsman's the other
Everything
one.
was
I
great.
love Kingsman so much. I watched it like
the
fucking 30
ending,
times.
The ending of it was such a shit post too, where like the girl's like, "Oh, if you rescue
It's
me,
a
I'll let
shit post, but the whole movie in general was
you."
really
It's so good.
good.
The action scene was really. A lot of people, like those who have watched it, that church scene
Oh, yeah,
was
it's amazing.
crazy. It went way too freaking hard. Like
I
like
just
so
find that
much.
him in training too, like him in the fucking training at
That's
the
it. Him in
beginning
the
was really
training,
fucking
it was
cool.
so intense. It was cool. Like there was the one scene where
Training montages
fucking
really make a
where
movie,
their
if you
rooms
ask
were
No,
me.
but it wasn't even
flooding.
a training. No, it wasn't even a training montage. It was like
It wasn't
him,
a
like
montage. It
them
was
in
scenes of
training.
it was them in training. And one of them was like the room was flooding,
The
and he
room was
managed to
flooding.
see.
Yeah, the room was flooding was
He
Well,
crazy.
saw that the
training
glass.
montages are still
That's
epic.
it. He saw that it was a two-way like window, so he's like, "Oh fuck!" It wasn't a mirror, so he started punching at it, and like it was some sick shit. Like it was outside the box thinking during training,
And
and it
then
was like
little
I
Timmy
loved it.
died or in the corner, or whatever the fuck it was.
That's it, yeah. And then even fucking Samuel Jackson as the villain is so funny
Oh,
in this
he was
movie.
so good.
Like he just wanted to kill people because there was an overpopulation of people on Earth. And
So
the thing is,
fucking
his plot that like his
Based.
reason makes sense.
OG Thanos.
OG
Oh, that's it.
Thanos, literally.
God.
So he's like, and then like he orders McD's at that in that one scene, which is it's so fucking random, but it's funny just because Samuel L. Jackson fucking ordering McDonald's. He's a bad guy.
Oh my
And it was his
God.
delicacy meal. So that's my Kingsman take.
I just have one question for you, John. 'Cause I know Patrick definitely has a Disney movie on his. I don't know which one
Yeah.
it is. I think he has two. He said
Yeah,
he has
technically too, and a DreamWorks.
Uh, why why didn't you not have one Disney movie? Because not
'Cause I-
every single movie on here, I understand why it's on here. It's more
Yeah.
just why it was like I would have thought maybe a Disney movie would have taken like Monster House.
See, the reason why is because look, Monster House is not Disney nor is it DreamWorks.
It's not. Yeah.
I think it's
If
its
I were
own
to
thing,
put a
no?
Disney, if I were to do a Disney movie and put one, it would be incredibly hard because then I'd be overthinking it, saying fuck, but I like this Disney movie over this specific movie on the list, and then my entire list would be like half Disney movies and half like random fucking DreamWorks movies.
We're gonna have a future episode. We're having a Disney fucking.
Like, what if we
Yeah,
have a tier
absolutely,
list? If
I
we have a
agree.
tier list for Disney movies as well, that'd be incredibly.
Oh, I think we do a tier list for that. 'Cause we
Incredibly
also did, like, the
crazy.
last
That makes more
episode.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
that does
tier
make more
list for
sense.
because we could each have our own tier list for it. 'Cause I know we're gonna have different opinions on
That's
certain
Yeah.
things,
to
but yeah,
answer, to answer your question. I just didn't want to go like into overthinking it. Like I'm like, these are movies I
that's
watched
fair.
a lot as a kid,
That's
and
fair.
I'm gonna just stick with that because I know Disney movies. Like again, I watched them as well, very
Another
much.
honorable mention, the Goofy movie. Honorable
Goofy
mention.
movie
Gino
was-
shoved that in
I was
there.
thinking of that.
I
I'm like,
didn't care for it.
Me too. I was,
CBH.
I was thinking about it too. I was like, is it worth it to be in the 9? Ooh, it's tough, but it's
'Cause I have-
definitely an honorable mention.
I had to switch up that last spot for Kingsman many times. 'Cause I like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is another good
Yeah,
movie.
we were
Oh,
talking
that's
about that
a
when
good
you weren't
movie.
here. Yeah.
That's a
love
really
it.
good movie.
I love
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I even
Mhm.
like This Is the End with Seth Rogen, James
Oh,
Franco.
that's
the
another good
comedians.
movie too.
I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. I'm like, there's so much thinking going into it. I'm like, I really want to throw these in, but then I'm like, Kingsman is just a really good movie and it's underrated, so I want to throw that in there because it's so
It's
good.
so good. It's so good.
Oh my
Um,
lord. So which one do you want to know next of?
the one I watched the least was Mask. I watched it like one time and it was good, but like
Oh,
I don't
it's
think
so
I'm ever
good.
gonna rewatch it again. But it was really
You
good.
should.
So The Mask is just
Oh,
for me,
man.
it's one of the Jim Carrey icon movies.
Yeah.
There's something about it. It's got such a fucking charm to it, and it's so fun. It's so stupid funny.
It's retarded.
Like, you
it's
just love it,
it's
like-
so stupid. I love it.
Like Pat and I like every now and then we refer always to the fucking Cuban Pete scene
Yeah,
for no
We
reason.
were talking about
It's
it yesterday.
like-
Fuck.
Yeah, literally, it's so stupid.
I think it was Cameron Diaz's first role in a movie as well, ever.
Really?
Yeah, Cameron
Yeah.
Diaz did a great job. Like,
I think it was her film
Cameron Diaz is
debut.
really good.
She's
that's it.
hot,
I'm
oh my
realizing
God.
a lot of these movies, yeah, that's it.
Ugh.
A lot of these movies they have like actors that like kind of like tie in. Like The Mask is Cameron Diaz, then Shrek is
John
Cameron
has the
Diaz.
perfect example of goated actors in general, like better than mine was. Remember I said like, oh, each actor here is like really good. Like John has a better fucking example than I do. He has fucking Jim
Because-
Carrey,
Mhm.
Jack Black,
That's
Oh,
you're
yeah.
seeing. You're seeing the
Michael Myers,
Yeah.
Michael
Jonah Hill, and
Killer.
Michael Cera.
The killer, yeah.
Killer.
Wait.
Oh man.
The
But
serial
Mask
killer.
is just, even the bad guy of the movie is fucking funny. I'm just an employee who came for his back pay, or should I say his payback? And then he absorbs bullets and they're shooting them from
Then he
his
starts
mouth at
shooting
people.
them.
Nacho Libre, they're fucking crazy. Tenacious D is another honorable mention of mine too. But like Nacho Libre, I think Nacho Libre is the best Jack Black movie.
That movie cracked me the fuck up. That scene is so stupid. It is one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
uh,
So that's my mask take.
God.
Which one do you guys want to know of next?
Naturally, well, not we can talk about Nacho Libre.
Okay,
Scooby
Nacho
Doo,
Libre.
maybe.
I
Okay.
think it's the best Jack Black movie he's ever
So
made. It's that,
it's
School of Rock, and Tenacious D are my three big Jack Black
absolutely.
movie.
I could agree with you 100% on that. Like, but there's something with Nacho Libre. I chose
The
it
shit
because
post, it's so
it,
good.
it's such a shit post. Funny enough, it's a fucking. It was on Nickelodeon. It's a Nickelodeon movie,
Wow.
which
Really?
I find so random. Yeah,
What? That is so fucking random. I didn't
it's a
even know that.
Nickelodeon movie, and I like wrestling. So you throw that all in with, and of course make Jack Black the lead actor, and you got
Oh,
yourself
he's so
a
good.
fucking gem
Yeah, Jack Black is
for,
so fucking
for
iconic.
a
Actually.
Nickelodeon movie. This, like, obviously because it's not like SpongeBob, it's not the actual Nickelodeon characters. It's just a random Nickelodeon movie
Yeah.
of a
Oh, even the
fucking.
SpongeBob movie is another honorable mention.
That's it. It was an
Oh, yeah, it's
natural
Yeah,
mention.
that's another really good honorable mentions in the SpongeBob
That was
movie.
sick. But Nacho Libre, man, the whole movie. There's memes that won't exist from Nacho Libre. There's so many stupid iconic lines. Like one of them is "Get the corn out of my face," where he smacks the corn out of Esqueleto's hand. like, he, like he literally got beaten up by random guys, and then he goes up. In the next scene, it's just him walking up with a corn on the cob, like with like the fucking sauce and shit. Surprise! Corn out of my face.
The slow
then-
turn.
Oh my god.
I find that it's so stupid they had to shoot one little specific shot of the corn on the floor covered in dirt.
Yeah,
They had
we
no
get like the
reason
fucking
to.
rundown of the other fighters that we used to do all the
Okay,
time.
so one of them, the one that really catches my eye right away is Silencio, which is like the guy who won the battle royale in one scene, and his signature move is called throwing people. Like
Fucking people.
throwing
Fucking love
people.
it.
Like hold up,
Oh,
I
man.
had the picture of the
Yeah,
people.
the picture, like all of them, fucking.
Like all their
the
stats. Like there was one called El Chino, which was literally a Chinese guy, and his move was like
Chino.
scorpion. His signature move was like scorpion kicks or some shit. Like
Christ.
like it's really bad. There was one guy where his signature move was just chair shots. Like that's literally what
Fantastic.
That was like the pros and cons list from Aquaman,
That's it,
but like
from
in an
Aquaman.
actual good movie.
But for me, it's like okay, there's
The
that,
pros
but,
and
like,
cons.
but throwing people as a signature move is one of the funny. Is such a fucking.
It's up there with being able to climb everything.
That's it. That's
Oh, we were talking about Slipknot yesterday, fucking John. We were pissing.
yeah. And actually, Pat and I were like, just as a meme, we're like, oh, imagine putting Suicide Squad on your top 9.
Yeah, I have
I
like
just,
Suicide Squad.
Oh, here I have the list. So
Joker.
the first one is El Snowflake. It's a random black guy with a white cape, and his signature move is the inverted taupe reversal. I don't know, it's random. El Chino, signature move Cobra Strikes. Like, okay.
God.
Carlos Rosales, signature move Chair Strikes.
Chair strikes.
Dynasty, signature move The Locust. And then you have Muñeco, who's just like a 5-foot guy, and his signature move's called El Swastika Submission.
Jesus Christ.
It's a Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah.
And then you have Silencio, signature move throwing people. Like that
Throwing
fucking.
people, that's like iconic one.
Then Esqueleto, his signature move is just a standing kick. And then Nacho, El Congrejo submission, which you can't use in a battle royale because it's a submission move. It's stupid.
John, what's the
Yeah,
Scooby Doo movie? I can't read it.
Oh, it's just Scooby Doo. It's literally
It's just
that's all it's called.
the Scooby Doo where it's at the amusement park one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Spooky Island one. Yeah.
That
that's
one's
that's
so
what
good. We
You
can
can
talk
go
about
to
that one.
Scooby Doo next. Oh my lord.
Because I was making the thing right now.
Matthew
I don't know what it's
Lillard.
called.
We're gonna put this
Matthew
out there.
Lillard.
Velma was really fucking hot in this movie.
Yep. Every
Like,
single actor.
I'm a Daphne kind of guy, but like, yo, Velma was fucking.
Every single
really
actor
hot.
and actress in this movie was did such a great job at their role. Like it is.
Shaggy,
Matthew Lillard easily takes the
God
cake.
tier.
Zoinks, man! I gotta bust out of here. There's one scene that's even the stupid scenes where it's just Shaggy and Scooby having like a fucking shit off, like they're shitting themselves.
Oh, God.
And then Shaggy's like, "Are you challenging me?"
To a shit off?
Like they're like they're doing their best. They're doing their best to do shit themselves.
Oh,
Me.
man. You ever
And-
seen them? You ever saw Scooby Doo?
I saw one of them a million years ago, but no.
This movie is
it's
just
so
everything
good.
about it
It's
is
so
so
fucking
great.
good.
Most of the movies
And
you
this-
guys have on your list, I've like on John's, I've seen The Mask, Scary Movie 2, Superbad, Shrek 2, Monster House. That's it.
You never saw Goldmember?
Oh my lord!
No, that's a lie. Okay, no, I did.
Austin Powers. Oh, if
I get the Austin because I always get the Austin
Okay.
Powers mixed up.
Scooby Doo.
TBH.
I'm just gonna lie. That's it. Like Final Line with Scooby Doo is just great, easy plot to follow. As a kid, I'm not gonna lie. There was one scene where I was fucking terrified of, where Shaggy meets the girl called Mary Jane, which is one of his favorite names, according to Matthew Lillard in the movie. And there's one scene where she gets smacked in the fucking head by a branch, and it turns out she's one of the monsters. But I found it so disturbing that she had like glowing green eyes and a fucked up face at one point. I'm like, ugh, I'm like that's not right.
That ain't
That-
it, sheep.
That's it. But Gold Member. Oh, my
Oh, wait,
God.
wait. First of all, before we get to Goldmember, just Austin Powers
Austin
in general.
Powers.
My God, what a fucking iconic
Austin
movie.
Powers. All three of the movies are so good. The Spoof Shaggy was so fucking funny. Like the introduction of Fat Bastard was one of the funniest
Oh,
things I've ever seen in my
Fucking
life.
amazing.
But Goldmember has everything you want. Like
Has
it's got fucking, like, I
Beyonce.
think as like
That's all
a
you could
20
ask
like a
for.
20-something-year-old Beyonce. Yeah, you have fucking Mike Myers doing his godly performance as Austin Powers, Dr. Evil, Fat Bastard, and Goldmember.
Yeah, it's so good.
He plays 4 characters in the movie. Talk about range.
He's like Jim
goes
Carrey
from-
in a series of unfortunate events.
That's it. Like Mike Myers goes from a British spy to a Scottish fat guy
To a big fat ogre.
to like a Dutch
$1
evil guy,
million.
a Dutch evil guy, and then Doctor Evil, just a bald guy.
Dr. Evil is one of the best villains fucking ever.
So funny. It's because every scene with him where he's like trying to like talk about getting money and shit, it's always a shit post. He's like, "You will give me $100 million," and then everyone like the president starts laughing at him. He's like, "That kind of money doesn't even exist yet. It's like asking for bajillion dollars."
no, this is in one of the movies like 1 million. It's like that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, he's like,
That's
"Why?"
all
He's like,
I'm
no, he's like,
asking for.
$100 billion.
I think it was actually that's it. And one scene from the second movie I remember is where he's like, "Why have $1 billion when you can have $1 million?" Like,
Such a shit post. I remember that.
God.
you have his son Scott, who's played by like Seth Green. He's like, "Yo," he's like, "Dad, you know you're a moron, right?" And he's like, "Zip it." He's like, "Would you like a suckle of my zipple?" Like he's just telling him to shut up.
It's such a shit post. I
Oh.
fucking love it.
And that's like a Gold Member. It's got
Number
everything. you
two.
want. Number 2 with like
Number
like,
2.
number 2. But even in Gold Member, you had Will Ferrell play one of the bad guys called Mustafa, and it was
Yeah.
so fucking funny because there was a scene that was like
Mufasa.
literally like 3 minutes long. Mustafa, whatever it is.
No, it's
He
just
fucking fell off a
meme.
cliff. He fell off a cliff, and there was a scene for 3 minutes, like him asking Austin Powers for help because his legs are broken. Like he just tried to assassinate him. He falls off a cliff.
and
He's
he's
like,
like
"Hello,
screaming for like 10 minutes basically.
He's
Like
"I
shit
seem
keeps
to
going
have
wrong.
fallen down a cliff. I think my legs might be broken, but I'll try to stand up." You hear like a snap. "Ah, yeah, they're broken. Perhaps you could toss me a band-aid or some antibacterial cream.
That's it.
The wound is beginning to smell a little like almonds, which is not good."
It just doesn't shut the
There you
fuck up
go.
basically.
That's it. And like it takes him forever to die. But Goldmember, there's the one scene where Beyonce is like introduced in the movie, and
Oh
she's
my
like,
god.
and she's singing about Goldmember. It's so catchy for no reason.
So hot. My god,
And
in that movie.
That's
Holy shit.
Holy
Oh
cow.
my god, and that's another thing. This movie's just it's got it all. And Fat Bastard at the end of the movie like becomes not fat anymore because he was on a Subway
Yeah,
diet. And I
yeah.
found it so
It's so cursed looking at him.
Okay.
my neck looks like a vagina.
God.
But Austin Powers in general, like I wanna this is another thing. Like I wanna do Tenacious D and an Austin Powers day one day, like for
Oh,
movie
we have
binging,
to. We
Yeah, for
fucking
sure.
have to. Oh my god, John Rotondo has to be there because oh my god.
because it needs to
We talk about
happen.
him all the time. It's so fucking funny. You know,
I
but-
know it needs to happen.
You know what I was thinking, John? When I was
What?
looking at your list, also, I'm surprised Joe Grizzly wasn't on here.
See, the thing is, the movie itself for Rob Zombie, it wasn't like I would say if I were to put it like because again, there's a lot of movies like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the other one, the one, literally the ones that we mentioned prior. They're all like I find they're just better than the movie in general. But Joe Grizzly makes that like he makes the movie. He's
Oh my god, Joe
I met the
Grizzly.
man in real life, and he truly is an icon. Not to say the least. He is
Joe
so
Grizzly,
fucking.
bitch.
He's such a chill guy, and I asked him to say, I'm like, "Can you say I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch?" And like he happily said it because he remembered his role.
Amazing.
Like he loves his horror movies, and he's like, that's an iconic line. And then Joe Grizzly's like, God, he only got to stand up to Michael Myers.
Oh my god.
He decked him in the face real good, and then everyone's like, "Oh, he
Amazing.
should have his own spin-off series where he goes to shit in public bathrooms."
Oh my god. G- Can you send the list in the chat?
Oh yeah, mine yes.
Yeah, because I made John's right now, but I didn't make yours. I didn't think to make it
Yeah.
while I was looking at it. So John's is
Oh,
all made
no.
and everything. So
Perfect. What's the next one you guys want to know of?
Scary Movie 2.
Okay, so Scary Movie. Like, like this is a movie I've watched so much. Like in our family, whenever we watched the movie, we watched it for like a straight week because we were so fucking bored that we just took a movie and we didn't mind watching the same shit over and over and over again. And the Scary Movie franchise themselves were just so good. And this is the only Scary movie, if I recall, that we had actually like recorded from on VHS from the TV, like satellite. Like we had to keep it as a gem because we thought the movie was so fucking funny. And Scary Movie 2, the reason why I picked this is because it's not exactly, it's only a parody of The Exorcist at the beginning, and that's it. The rest of the movie is kind of its own thing. Whereas Scary Movie 3, they're doing a parody of The Ring. They're doing a parody of parody of I don't know, random things. You guys still hear me, right?
yeah, you're good.
Okay. Scary Movie 4, they did like a Saw, what the fuck was it? War of the Worlds or something like that.
Yeah.
And Scary Movie 1, it was like a Scream. It was literally just Scream. And Scary Movie 2 is just different from it. And there's so many stupid movies. Like there's the one iconic character, which is like the butler called Hans. And funny thing about him is he has one fucked up hand, and it was a strong hand. And then there's Dwight, which is played by the same guy. I forgot the actor's name. The same guy who plays Uncle Ian from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
He's in the wheelchair, and there's one scene in the movie where him and the ghost have like a wheelchair like showdown, and they're like revving up their wheelchair. I'm like, okay, but there's no motor. And before they even start charging it to each other, a bird shits on his head.
David Cross, by the way.
David Cross. Okay.
David Cross.
A bird shits on his head for no reason. Like, there's no reason for a bird to come into the scene and shit on his head before he was revving up his wheelchair. And it also makes me laugh because there was one time when my brother had his hair in a funny way, and this is recent, and my mom in front of my entire family at my nana's house, she's like, Anthony, your hair kind of reminds me of that guy in the wheelchair from Scary Movie 2. And the entire he's like, shut the fuck up, you're annoying. He was so pissed.
Oh.
And in the movie, like after his wheelchair off, he's hanging on the ledge of the window, and then Hans comes and he's like, take my hand, and he's giving him like his fucked up hand. He's like, no, give me your other hand. He's like, no, my other hand's not strong enough. He's like, just take my hand. He's like, I don't want to. And then he just drops. And then the scene after they find him, he's like, oh, I can't feel. He's like, they're like, Dwight, are you okay? Oh, I can't feel my legs. And they're like, but Dwight, you can't feel them anyways. Oh yeah, it's true.
God. Just once in a
And
moment.
like, Scary Movie 2 is just everything about Scary Movie 2 is just stupid. And I still make references to my older brother today. And it's also there's one scene in the movie with Ray, which is the black guy, where he has his yellow undershirt.
Yeah.
And he kind of like he's like
Does she make me gay?
Yeah, he's like no, and then he does like the little dick thing. He's like, how about now, knob? And I made that funny meme where it's like me singing both
parts of Promiscuous Girl. Oh man.
So that's like Scary Movie 2 is just I love it so much.
Well, there's three movies left on here. One of them is Super Bad, which we already spoke a bit about. If you want to go a bit more into detail about it.
Okay, Super Bad, a movie that came out in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
2008, I'm pretty
2007.
sure. 2007 or 8.
I gotta say, is one of the most well held up movies I've
2007.
ever watched.
My bad.
2007?
Yeah, it was 7. I thought it was 8. I thought it was in the golden era of movies.
That's it. It's one of the most well held up movies to this day. You could still relate to whatever is happening in this movie to this day, because it's about
it's too real,
you're a teenager, especially.
Yeah.
That's it. Too real. Or if you're a teenager, or for someone who's just socially awkward and hoping to go to a party or something, this is literally that movie.
Literally,
where like Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, they did a fantastic job. You have motherfucking McLovin.
Yeah.
McLovin, baby.
Who makes the movie so much funnier. He comes in, I am McLovin. No, you're not. Nobody's McLovin.
Oh.
McLovin's not a real name. It's a Neo
Another
fairy tale
fucking
named
good
Fuck.
movie. I thought of the actor was fucking Kick-Ass, cause the fucking
Oh my
McLovin's the
god.
villain in that movie.
That's it. Even Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is one of another
Yeah,
one of
that's
those
a
like
good
hidden
movie.
gems. So I was even
Yeah.
telling Patrick another fucking honorable mention was superhero movie with Drake Bell.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fucking good one too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
It
another one I
was
thought that
so
could have been on yours for
I was
sure.
like, fuck. I'm like, but I already have Scary Movie 2, and Austin Powers already technically is a parody movie as well. So like,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want
no,
to.
but Austin Powers takes the
It's like
cake
its own thing,
overall.
basically. You know.
It's
Yeah.
exactly. But I'm like, I don't want to throw in too many parodies, even though it's kind of my thing. I love these stupid movies, but you could tell from this list, I like either comedies. I like
Well, yeah,
comedies.
no,
Like,
John. When you look at your list, right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Superbad if you count it as a comedy to 7.
oh, absolutely, it's a fucking comedy and a half. Like
So
the
it's
one, like
7.
like
Because you have the
Kingsman
whole
has.
top row,
You got the
the
whole
Yeah.
whole
roll.
middle row, and then Shrek 2.
That's it. Monster House is just. There's something about it just iconic. I could get more into that because I spoke about Superbad.
Yep.
With
And
Monster
we'll
House,
end it on the best movie on the list.
of course, with Monster House, wow, like this is a movie I watched every single Halloween
Oh
from the
my
day it
god,
came
same.
out, from the
Yep.
year it came out to now.
Yep.
Is the
Same.
movie I watched every single Halloween, and I never get tired of it because every single character in this movie is fantastic. You have one scene where they go meet the fucking guy at the arcade, and he ends up eating like chowders, like cookies. It's fucking random, like for no reason.
There's so many like garbage scenes that just end up working so fucking well. Like literally him eating like his fucking cookie like that. It's so retarded, but it works so fucking good. Like you remember that
Like
shit, you
about
know?
the yak, he runs back, eats his cookie, and then runs off.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. And everybody in this, like everything
Basketball,
in
he's
this
fucking
movie,
like missing the net.
that's it. Yeah, Chowder is a fucking shitpost. DJ
I call
is
this
such a great
in your
main
face
character.
disgrace, and then it hits him in the
In your
face.
face disgrace. Smash them. Oh.
Uh,
Jenny, like we're both like fucking Chowder and DJ are simping over Jenny when they found him through a telescope. He's like, you can't call dibs on a girl through a telescope. I just did. Oh yeah, well so do I.
and so.
And then there's one scene where Jenny's talking with DJ, and then Chowder's pretending to be on the phone with his dad, and they walk back into the room with Chowder. He's like, well, Dad, you could kiss my hairy butt. He turns around, hey, DJ, got any beer? And then he looks at Jenny, he's like, well, hello there. Like, and Chowder's just a fucking shit. And then you have Bones, who comes in, my awesome kite. And, like, he's just trying to find his kite. Then you have Constance, like, the whole backstory about this, like, the house is really disturbing. Like,
It is.
how
It is.
Constance
Yeah.
Yeah.
died. People think Nevercracker killed her. And then, like, her spirit just is in the house.
But
like,
because
it's
that
crazy.
movie, I can't take the name Constance serious anymore. So.
I have
I
a
never
funny
could've
story
taken
about
it.
Monster House.
Go for it.
You know how when you get Johnny's gonna laugh at this because it's true. So you know how when you're a kid and you lose a tooth and you get like fucking money from the tooth fairy?
Uh
Yeah.
Johnny got Monster.
huh. He got Monster House from the Tooth Fairy.
I'm thinking about it now because every time I see Monster House,
I've never heard that before. I've never heard that story before. He got a movie from the Tooth Fairy.
Whole ass movie.
Oh.
yo, Gino, I got this from the Tooth Fairy. You got like a $10 movie.
Oh my god.
And on top of that, even
Holy
with Monster House,
shit.
the game I got for PS2, but it's so stupid. It's like a third-person game of you playing as DJ Chowder and Jenny with water guns. Like it's like a
Oh
third
my
person
God.
shooting with water guns. And within the game, there's two collectibles you can get. One of them is like tokens that you could use to play the actual arcade game Thou Art Dead that the guy was playing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can collect symbol monkeys. I don't know why, like, because I also had Call of Duty at the time. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm like thinking, why the fuck do they have these monkey bombs in here?
Monkey Boss.
Monkey bombs. This is me like trying to like compare one thing to another, and I'm like, oh no. And even the like the game itself was pretty sweet. Like, I don't know where it is now. I would love to play it again.
Yeah.
So
Knowing
that's
John,
about
when
like
we go to Marshall Place, he's gonna buy
I
Monster
can't wait.
Hunter.
I'm literally gonna ask. Like they're gonna be like, "Oh, what game would you like? Would you like to play the classic games like Ratchet and Clank, Jack
Like,
and Dexter,
shut the
Sly?
I
fuck
want
Nah,
up.
Monster House.
give me fucking Monster House. Oh, are you kidding? Like, are you serious? It's like the worst game or not? Give me the
It's like
fucking
fucking
game.
$2.
I will like when I saw Hot Shots Golf at that one fucking
Oh,
Marshall
baby.
Place store, and I'm like $10, and I looked at the disc and it was so clean. I'm like, "Yep, this is the one."
If Johnny's listening to this, if I'm misremembering the story, please let us know because
I
I
want,
I fucking remember him getting
and
it
if
from the
it's
Tooth
not,
Fairy.
and if it's not Friday, if he doesn't watch it by your birthday, can we bring it up with him by your
Oh,
birthday?
100%. We're gonna
Yeah.
bring it up on Sunday. 100%. We're
Perfect.
bringing it up on Sunday.
Oh my god, because I want to hear this. I want to hear what he like his perspective. Him
I don't know
waking
if you
up one
remember
day and
because it was a long thing. Because it came out when we were like fucking what, like 7 years old, 8 years old.
I'm
What,
around the
Monster
time.
Two or
House?
Yeah,
three, or in grade 2 or 3.
Yeah,
it
something
was
along
a.
those lines. It's an old fucking movie. I think I was
Yeah,
still
so he
living in
got
Laval when it came out.
he got it from the Tooth
Oh wow.
Fairy, and it made me
Yeah.
fucking piss.
Like usually
And it
it's
was
like
the
it's not
one
like
with
it's like a
it was the one with
$2,
like the
$5.
DVD set where like you could like change the house with like the fucking like by spinning the thing whatever it fucking was on it.
So
Oh my
I'm
god.
giggling to myself because
Like
I'm
the
making
door.
the edit for Gino. Oh my god.
Like the door, yeah, the door of the house changes when you spin the thing.
Oh my god.
That's why I remember it because Johnny got it from the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy. Oh, we should.
So fucking
I'm surprised no one
funny.
put the Tooth Fairy starring Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
No,
excuse
no,
me.
no.
That's a
Oh,
fucking
well,
hilarious.
The best movie of all time.
It's
Good
a
god,
hockey
and
movie.
Hockey movie. Oh,
No.
it is a hockey movie. Oh my god.
Hockey-
Why
it's
did I think
a
about
hockey
that? We were talking about
movie.
how there's a hockey movies, and I didn't even fucking think about the Tooth Fairy. Oh
The
my
Tooth
god.
Fairy is a
sweet
hockey
Jesus.
movie.
It is. It is.
And then now, John,
The finale, the
last movie on the
final. Oh
list.
my god.
the
How
best
can I
movie on the
not?
list.
How can I not include Shrek 2 in my top
The best
fucking 9?
Shrek.
This is hands down my favorite movie ever. Like I love Shrek 2. It's got everything about it that's so the perfect sequel in my opinion.
I think most sequels usually flop. Shrek 2 is like the
Shrek 2
one sequel.
Shrek 2 is
Like there's a
iconic.
few, like Toy Story 2, Shrek 2. And what are the like sequels like better than
Terminator 2.
better or just as good as the original?
Terminator 2.
I don't know. I only watched Terminator like 1. I don't even remember the fuck happened. in there.
2 is so much better than 1.
It's
Fuck.
great. It's great. And
Yeah,
Shrek
Terminator.
2.
There's not a lot of good like sequels.
Oh no,
compared to the
they
original, but,
they
like,
usually
Shrek-
should have stopped.
Shrek is
Shrek
definitely
2
fucking
fucking
one of
nailed
them.
I'm
it.
not sure
Like,
if you
they
said
did
Toy Story, but
Toy
Toy Story,
Story.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah,
Toy
Toy
Story,
Story
yeah,
and
Toy
Shrek
Story.
are two big ones. I don't know for a fact.
Shrek 2 introduced not only one of the dumbest villains, fucking Prince Charming.
Oh
They
my
introduced
God. No, what the
Antonio.
fuck? Are you counting Prince Charming as the
Prince
villain?
Charming.
Or I count
Well,
the
Prince Charming and Fairy Godmother.
I
They are
count Fairy Godmother as the main
no,
villain.
Fairy Godmother is
Guys, check the group chat.
one of the best
Because
villains.
Prince Charming was the villain in 3, right?
He was, yeah, but there's something about
Yes.
two. Like it starts with him just fucking showing up, like spraying his breath, like his mouth to make sure his breath doesn't smell like shit. He's waving his hair, and he finds the wolf, and then honeymoon with whom? And then it cuts to accidentally in love with Shrek.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Iconic,
The opening
iconic.
is great. If like look like Antonio Banderas, Puss in Boots is just so freaking good. Like one line that'll forever stick with me. Where Fiona's like Shrek, for you baby, I could be.
Oh my God.
Wait. Before we continue on, John, wait. Don't check Snap. Check. I'm gonna send it to the group chat. So
Like,
on Discord. Here, I just sent it.
Oh no, I see Gino. Wait, you want me to just click it or no?
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Click it live. I'll get your
So
live
fucking
reaction.
funny.
Moniba.
Moniba.
But like it's Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt. And they can all John Wick from Fortnite.
John Wick from Fortnite. Oh, that's so good.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I have big points.
Sorry, carry on.
It's okay. And then every single character's movie is just great, and they all shine. Even the fucking secondary characters like Pinocchio, Gingerbread Man, Wolf, like they all play.
Gingy was low-key one of the best parts of Shrek 2.
Well, that's it. Like he killed it.
In
and
Shrek 1, he was
Mumble.
just like in the fucking room and like his legs were
Like
broken
he,
or whatever.
he, had his, he had his Lord Farquaad scene, but in this
Yeah, but
movie,
like Shrek
he's
2, he literally
Mungo.
has fucking Mongo.
Go
Which-
Mongo,
Oh,
go.
eat less phone.
More heat, less foam, and then we're gonna get to the best scene in Shrek 2, the fucking I Need a Hero scene.
I Need a Hero scene.
Not only was the
is-
sequel perfect, but the song itself is better than the original.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? The song's 10 times
Yeah.
better than the fucking original song.
How does Jenny's
Almost every song
is
in there is better
it's
than the
just-
original.
Accidentally Love Amazing. Yeah, that one
Accidentally
scene where
Love
they're
is so
stealing the
good.
fucking happily ever after potion. You have
That was good too. He's like the whole movie is just fucking good.
like and Shrek walks in with the fucking disguise of the workers, but it's like only fitting on his head.
He has like the gloves over his
He's like-
ears.
Yeah, he's like Rich. He's like working hard or hardly working. Just pushing on the carriage like a shit post.
God, when Shrek was sus.
When Shrek truly was imposter from Among Us. And there it is,
Shrek is an
Shrek 2,
iconic movie.
iconic,
Oh
my
my God.
favorite movie ever.
Good
I love
laughs.
Shrek 2 with a burning passion. And that's my list.
And that's
That's
it.
that. This list, John. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not surprised. The only one I was
I told
shocked by.
Patrick.
The only one I was
Ow.
shocked by was Kingsman. It's because I didn't think of it.
It's
But now
Scooby
that
Doo
it-
for me.
No,
No,
I knew Scooby Doo was gonna be on here.
no.
I knew for a fact it was gonna be on here, but
I mean, I think
Kingsman
the
was the one I didn't expect at all.
The no, Scooby-Doo is way better, but like
No,
no,
no.
like Hispanic Shaggy really did a great job. No.
Hispanic
All right,
Shaggy.
Mr. Patrox, this
No
is
wait,
it.
Gino
Last
has
but
to
not
spin the
least.
wheel.
Oh
I'll
fuck.
have to spin, I'll have to spin the wheel.
Gino,
on.
spin the wheel for Wait, you need to share your screen. There we go.
And I'm going.
Moneyball.
Moneyball.
Money ball.
Oh wait, we have to remove. Oh, okay. Wait,
All I see is your
Oh,
Discord. I don't see
Yeah,
anything.
let's use Discord.
Gino's,
wait,
Ooh,
fuck, wait.
Echo.
Gino, you're gaslighting us.
I'm gaslighting. Hold on.
What the fuck?
Holy cow, girl.
Echo. It's me.
Hold on.
Change your screen, you fucking moron.
I know. Hold on. All right.
Alright,
It
let's,
lands on the black line and
let's
it's
do it.
nobody.
if it lands on the black line, we end the call. It's me!
Oh, wow, it's Pat. Last one.
Gino, did you know if
alright.
you open Facebook? Oh, fuck.
If I open what?
If you open Facebook, you can connect and stay updated with your friends on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Gino's fed up with my shit.
Fucking never use Facebook.
I'm never gonna give you up. Hold on, I need to find my list.
Watch Pat have like fucking 7 movies that I've never seen.
You haven't seen a couple, that's for sure.
Like I knew, like John, I knew I was gonna see like every
That's
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm
But
just trying to
yours,
find
I
the
know for a
Photoshop
fact that
file.
There's gonna be a bunch of different ones.
No, it is not Photoshop. Sorry.
Is that
give me-
Photoshop?
No, it is not Photoshop.
No, it is not Photoshop.
Please
I don't
leave
know,
me
man.
alone.
It looks a lot like Photoshop.
I don't know, bro. It
Okay,
looks
what
kind
the
of like
fuck you
Photoshop.
want from me?
Okay, what do you want from me? Okay, end.
Okay, and what the fuck?
Alright. Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Alright. Wait. Fuck. Give me 2 seconds. Yet again, sorry, I'm wasting everyone's time.
No.
Put up Discord. I'm gonna move you here now.
No.
Alright. I think you guys are gonna like this one.
Let's see.
Alright.
Let's see. Oh no.
Oh, that's actually a good movie. Though. I
Alright.
love that movie.
I'll show you guys my actual list.
I actually love Paul Blart Mall.
It's a good movie.
I love. Got another good Kevin James movie is Here Comes the Boom.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
a good movie.
Where
Here
you-
Comes the Boom
like,
is
makes-
like it feels like real steel for me.
Yeah.
There's something
It
about
is.
it.
It's
He
really
knocks,
similar.
he knocks the guy out and then yaks on him.
Oh my god.
No, but Paul Blart, the first one, is fucking amazing. I actually love that movie.
Paul Blart's a dumb movie. Alright, here's my
My dad
actual
laughed
list.
so hard.
My actual list.
Yeah, let's see.
Wait, no, fuck. I changed one of them. It's not Pulp Fiction. I had Pulp Fiction on the list and I changed it.
Oh my god.
I changed Pulp
Emperor's
Fiction.
New Groove.
another one.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I recall Pulp Fiction for the SpongeBob movie, by the way.
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you.
I recalled it.
SpongeBob
Putting
deserves to be
Spider-Man.
on here.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I was so close to putting that on my list.
Just
as well.
ignore Pulp Fiction. Yeah, Spider-Man had to. Whiplash and Full Metal Jacket are like my top two movies like of all time.
Let's get into it first.
Gino
So-
probably has a lot of questions.
I've only wait. Hold on. I've seen.
Okay, no, you've definitely seen. You haven't seen Pulp Fiction. You've probably not seen Whiplash. You
No.
might have not seen Goodfellas. And
No.
originally Pulp Fiction. I don't know if you had seen it.
No, I haven't seen.
The only one I have
seen
not
everything
seen
else,
was Full
though.
Metal.
Oh,
Metal
you guys!
Jacket.
Oh man,
That's the only one I have not seen.
I've talked about it
before.
before.
We'll go into Full Metal Jacket first, because the one I really want to talk about is Emperor's New Groove. But go
Okay,
for Full
yeah.
Metal Jacket first.
Full Metal. Okay, I really enjoy like war movies. I've come to realize like war movies and like the cowboy culture. I'm starting to get into as well. But like,
Cowboys are good.
oh yeah, it was a
Django
genre I
Unchained is
hated.
another good
I
one. If you
hated.
count it as a cowboy movie.
I would,
Like,
yeah. I hated the Wild West genre as a kid. I don't know why, but like now watching Colin play Red Dead nonstop, I've like really developed like an interest for it.
Yeah.
No westerns though, because I haven't seen a western in like God knows how long. But Full Metal Jacket, it's like half the movie, it's like boot camp. So like you're meeting like the main protagonist and like all the other guys, and it's showing them like when they first make it into the army and they're getting their head shaved, and then the rest, and then like for the first half of the movie it's them like training like fucking really hard, and the main character is they call him Private Joker because he cracks jokes, and Arlie Ermy like punches him in the gut, and like because he was saying jokes like during like his little introduction, and he becomes good friends with another private who he calls Private Pile because he didn't know that they stacked shit that high.
Oh wow, that's a good
the
one.
lines in the
Jesus
movie are
Christ.
fantastic. You'd love it. And he's overweight, like he's a big fat piece of shit, and he's
Like
like
me.
he's basically retarded, and like he fucks everything up. He's fat, so he can't do exercises and stuff,
Like
and
me.
like me. And then so the journey is just like Joker trying to help out Pyle, and he's getting like better and better, but then he keeps fucking up, and I'm not going to spoil what happens. And then the second half of the movie is like their deployment, and then like being in Vietnam and all the adventures that ensue from there. It's shot almost like a documentary, the second half. It's a
Okay.
fantastic. The first half of the movie is so different from the second half. They're basically two separate movies. It's insane. I'm not going to spoil it because it's generally a movie that you guys should really watch, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but oh my god.
Yes.
One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. And like every time at my dad's, and like it might come on like AMC or whatever, we always stop everything to do and watch Full Metal Jacket. That and Goodfellas is the exact same thing. Anytime it's on, like I put everything down and I'm watching it.
Absolutely.
That's Full Metal Jacket. It's just a war movie basically in the Vietnam era. And then the guy who plays Private Pyle plays Kingpin in the live action, like
Really?
yeah, like because
I don't-
I think in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, I think that's when they had fuck, what's his name, the black guy that passed away, the really big black dude. He was in an episode of 2.5 Men.
Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
not help. That's not helping. I'm sorry.
It's just a weird
That's
thing I
rude.
remember. Oh, Michael Clark Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan. He's this massive buff black guy. And then when he passed away, I don't remember what series he was in, but they got Private Pyle to play Kingpin. So when Kingpin became white again, it was him. Like Marvel
thought-
Kingpin, basically.
I thought Kingpin was always white.
He was, but sometimes he's portrayed as a black guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Like, there's not too much I could add, and there's probably not too many questions you guys could ask about it. If it's the one
Like,
movie
we
you guys
don't know
haven't
anything
seen, you
about
know?
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
let's get into the one that really shocked me. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
we watched
yes.
this at Mike
Yeah.
like a year and a half ago. We watched it.
A year and a half ago, yeah.
Emperor's New Groove is a fucking great movie.
It's one of those movies I never really realized how really good it was until I started rewatching it more and more. Like, I loved it as a kid. I thought it was great. And Holden always said that he hated The Emperor's New Groove. And I told him, like, you just need to rewatch it. Trust me. You just need to actually watch it again. You'll enjoy it. And it's one of those movies where every time it's on too, or like I'll have like an actual like feeling like, oh, I should go watch Emperor's New Groove now. Like I very rarely get that movies. Like Gino was saying before that he has a hard time rewatching movies, and I'm kind of
Whoever
similar
very hard-
unless it's really good. Like basically all these movies, if I saw on TV, I would like stop what I'm doing to watch it. Basically, just Emperor's New Groove, like it's fucking hilarious. The lines in the movie, like iconic. Kronk is fucking hilarious,
Oh,
and
Kronk's so good.
David Spade, and
Well,
god, just
Joe Swanson, literally.
the
It's
story
so
is
small.
hilarious. Like the story is really it's told really well. The
It's
voice
so
acting is
funny.
perfect. The story is just hilarious. You know,
Yzma is a really fucking
absolutely,
Yep,
yep.
yep.
Perfect villain, yeah. Perfect shitpost villain. That's why I like, because I didn't really realize that it was a Disney movie. I always forget, to be honest.
Me neither.
Because when we were making the list afterwards, I realized it's like, oh wait, no, we shouldn't do two of the same thing. I'm like, fuck. Hercules and Emperor's New Groove are both Disney movies, and technically Shrek. But at the time, DreamWorks was its
Oh,
own
Shrek
thing.
doesn't
So
count. Shrek
yeah.
doesn't count
Mhm,
either.
mhm.
It does.
I wouldn't count this Emperor's New Groove either. I don't even think of it as a Disney movie.
True. It's almost
But
like its own thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fucking amazing. I'm
Yeah.
fucking happy you have it on here. That's fucking.
Oh,
rad.
absolutely. Yeah,
Emperor's New Groove
it's
is so
so good. Fuck
See,
that.
and
Hercules.
would have
Yeah.
been probably my Disney movie that's on. here,
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
It would have been between Hercules, Lion King, and Mulan.
I was gonna say
That would've been
Mulan
my
is
opinion.
it's on my honorable
Yeah,
mention because
Mulan's the greatest
oh
Disney
my
princess
god.
movie ever.
Ah,
but
yeah.
I think it would have been
Agreed.
Hercules, Lion King, or Mulan. Those are the three that I watched the most growing
Lion
up. and
King was
Aladdin.
good.
Oh yeah.
Aladdin too. I didn't like so much, but I rewatched it. I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, but no, but Hercules. Wow, what a great
Such
fucking
an
movie.
S tier animated movie.
It's such a boys movie, like growing
That's
up.
Oh my god,
Boys.
yeah, like every kid
Boys.
wants to be Hercules, you know, like
No,
even-
but it's not
Yeah.
even just that. It's more like when
That's what I saw.
growing up, right? When you're growing up, like you have a lot of like Lion King is not
it's
a
hard to
boys
relate
movie.
to.
It's, it's like it's a family movie. Hercules is
Yeah.
more of like a boys movie.
Hades,
Like
man.
there's a lot of girls
just
that like
Hades.
it too, but
Mhm.
it's a boys movie growing
Yeah.
up. So like
Mhm.
if you were growing up, you were like if you're a boy, you're watching Hercules.
No,
It's a
100%.
fucking great
Because
movie.
we like it was a lot of Disney princess movies, and like we still
Yeah,
watch like
exactly, that's
basically
why,
all of
and
them,
I
but
was-
it's harder to
like,
relate
I'm
to
the
as a
only
guy,
one
you
with
know.
a sister in here, so I was forced to
Exactly.
watch like, all of them.
Exactly.
And like at least I had Hercules and like you know like Hercules is the one where it's like
Hercules
I
was
can
there.
watch it and like my sister doesn't have to fucking bother me about it.
It's not necessarily about the princess for once.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I liked watching Mulan growing up because it was actually the
Loved Mulan. Oh my
coolest
god.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
agree with you. It's a
And
cool
Hades.
theme, you know. It's because it's
Hades.
still like
It-
war, you know.
No, but it's not. It's not even war. It's just like it wasn't about like her being fucking useless. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
other Disney princess movie, like the newer ones, they're making it more progressive. Like the fucking
Because they
girls
basically
being
have to,
fucking-
you know.
They
Exactly.
have to, but like
Yeah.
back in the day, they were all fucking like doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even care about the fucking hero of the movie, like the princes, and half of them they're like just fucking jobbers that show up in the last like fucking 20 minutes. No, but let's be real though.
That's true.
Like,
It's true.
like in Sleeping Beauty, the guy shows up in the last like fucking 20 minutes of the movie, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, such a shit. But
God,
like,
yeah.
like Hercules was just a fucking boys movie. It was like,
Honestly.
for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those ones where you're like like that's why like even Spider-Man's on the list. Like I'll just get into Hercules basically because it's like when you watch it as a kid you're like, oh man, I want to be that, you know, like I want to be the big
Yeah.
strong guy.
Like
and,
God, I wish that were me.
you know, it's one of those movies that you watch and you're like, fuck, I need to go work out type of thing, you know. Like God, I need to go get shredded so I could beat up centaurs hitting on my
So you could dodge punch and be strong.
beautiful bronze babe, you know. Like the music is fucking insane.
Oh, the music's really good too.
Oh,
Donny
yeah.
Osmond really he hit a home run with the music.
Absolutely.
Story is really good, good lessons, good stuff. You know, just good era,
Another
like the
honorable
Greek
mention
stuff.
boys movie is Tarzan. That's another good movie.
Tarzan is a good
Oh,
one.
so
Yeah,
good.
And the music in that movie is like the fucking best Disney's
Because,
ever fucking done.
what's his name? The guy that's
Phil
just
Collins.
yeah, Phil Collins. Susie's number one favorite
number one
musician.
favorite. Shout out to Susie.
We love you, Susie.
But no, for Spider-Man's another one I'm not surprised you had on here.
Yeah, it was a bit of a toss up
love
between
the
1 and
original
2
ones.
for me. But yeah, like 1 I think is
One's
one.
such an iconic.
I like 1 a
funny.
bit better than 2. I think 2
I
is
love
so
1
good.
the
But
most.
So
Like you know, yeah. But see, like 1 has like so many things. You have like the Bone
got
Saw is
Macho
ready.
Man. Yeah,
You have Green Goblin.
yeah.
Like
A villain that
fucking
feels
Willem
threatening, you know?
Dafoe
Yeah, exactly.
was
Willem Dafoe in general.
so good.
that's it.
So fucking good.
Because the thing that
And-
makes the superhero movie so good is when the villain actually feels like a fucking threat. You know, like when you feel like, oh
That's
my
why I
god,
like
he
the
could
Tom
actually lose here.
Holland
Me too. I
movies.
that's why even Tom Holland, it was debatable that I was gonna put Homecoming. Like it didn't. I didn't put it on my honorable mention, but it's such a fucking good movie too. Like
So
It
good.
is.
Michael
it is.
Keaton's
Like,
Joker
That's
is
what we always
ridiculous.
talk about, right?
So
We're like,
good.
I always tell you that the Tom Holland trilogy, like, it's gonna be better. Like, in general, it's over time, it's gonna be
Yeah,
better. But I think
yeah.
Spider-Man 1, like this Spider-Man, is arguably, you could put it as the best movie that Spider-Man's ever had.
And
In my
Amazing
opinion.
Spider-Man doesn't belong
Fucking-
on.
Eh.
It
That's
belongs
just
on the
not-
worst movies list.
Andrew Garfield fucking
Yeah,
good.
that's.
We should do that. We should make like a worst movies ever seen list. I think that could be
Yes, we
interesting.
That one we can do 30 minutes before. That one we don't
No,
get.
no, no. Now I really
Like,
don't thought about that.
I could probably
But
make that
no,
pretty easily.
Spider-Man, I'm not surprised it's on here. It's such a fucking good movie.
Yeah, it's like everyone's favorite hero, basically. Like Spider-Man's, it's
Yeah.
It's not.
it's
look,
Sam
see, like, you had
Raimi too. You
Spider-Man,
know, oh,
I had the Batman movie.
Yeah.
I'm a Marvel guy,
same.
but The Dark Knight is the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Dark Knight's the best DC movie I've ever seen. I'll give it that at least.
Yeah, definitely.
I
You
wouldn't
notice
put it as best
my
superhero.
dad
though.
hates.
It's very.
He doesn't like a lot of superhero stuff. He likes watching Arrow, like the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I told my dad you would love fucking Dark Knight, because my dad, like, I've
He's never
told him,
seen
my
it?
dad likes fucking crime shows and shit. Like, he likes
Yeah.
crime stuff. So I'm like, you would love the Dark Knight so fucking much. He's like, I'm like, you please just watch this movie. And he's like, oh, I don't know, I'll see. I'm like, just fucking watch it. Like,
Surprised he
please, that's all I'm
hasn't.
asking.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to watch the fucking first and third one. Just watch the second one, please.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just watch
Like,
fucking.
you don't even have to watch the other ones. Like,
No.
they're fucking so good.
I know a lot of people hated Rises. Funny enough, but I liked Rises a lot. I don't know
I
what
didn't like
everyone's
the
going with.
last one. I like the first one. The
Yeah,
first one was
Rises.
really good. I love Rises. Rises was really good.
Yeah, a lot of people hated it. Batman Begins was a bit boring for me.
No,
It was a bit of a snooze
no,
fest.
thinking of the wrong one. I like Batman Begins. I don't like Rises.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
Batman Begins was really, really good.
Begins was a
I
bit of
liked it a
a
lot.
snooze fest for me, TBH. I was
Yes.
bored.
Oh, I
yeah.
loved it.
I don't know what it was.
I fucking loved it. It was just like, I
Uh,
find a lot, like, you know what it is? I love the origin stories of characters. It just, when they remake it like 5 times, then, like, you're never, like, you're just gonna go on the one your favorite is. Like, for like
Yeah.
Batman, right? If they ever do like an origin story again,
it pissed everyone off.
it pissed me
Absolutely.
off.
That's why the
because you
Holland
already saw
movies
it in Batman
skipped
Begins.
it.
Like, that's why they're smart. And they did, like, Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield to watch fucking Uncle
All
Ben and
over
everything
again.
again, and you're like, holy shit, he's so fucking bad.
He had a moral obligation to do those things.
Oh,
The
so-
not so fucking with great power comes great
yeah,
responsibility
he was
line.
fucking, he was
Exactly.
like bullying the fucking guy, and it wasn't even fucking like, oh. it was
The
so
best
stupid.
line in the Amazing Spider-Man is when he's trying to
Him
buy
stuttering.
no, it's when he's trying to buy a chocolate milk, but he doesn't have enough money, so the guy behind the counter's like, "What's daddy not give you chocolate milk money?" And then his uncle gets shot. It's pretty epic.
My second favorite part of the movie is when the credits roll.
My third favorite part is just him stuttering the whole fucking time.
Is it not when 3 people become lizard guys, so Peter has to shoot lizard dust in the air to make those 3 people not lizards anymore? Because that was a pretty good scene.
Yeah, he fucking, oh, iconic.
I will say the Stanley cameo.
That was good. I like that when he's like
It was
just
very good, yeah.
in the library with his
I
music.
think that's at the library. The
That's a
library is
good
one
one,
of the funnier cameos. Like, okay, fine.
Notice how
That's fine.
the best scene doesn't involve Peter, basically, or Andrew Garfield in
Literally.
general. Oh my god!
So right now we've talked about all the movies I've seen except
So I got
for
Full Metal
Rocky
Jacket
and
out of the way.
Shrek.
We got Hercules. Got Spider-Man. We got Emperor's New Groove. This is SpongeBob. This is not Pulp Fiction.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about SpongeBob first.
Okay,
Yeah, SpongeBob.
The SpongeBob movie
iconic.
is the last great SpongeBob thing, like, where it's perfect.
Yes.
Like,
It
there's a lot
is
of
so good.
like a lot of the new episodes are still okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some of, like, clips on YouTube. But
Like
they're
season
still
4 was.
pretty-
I enjoyed season 4, and like everyone said, as the season 4, it started getting really bad. But I
No,
disagree. There's
it's
a lot
after,
of
it's even
gems,
after
you know.
season 10. Isn't it after season 10 where, like, the movies it's from 1 to 10?
It was 1 to 3, and then the movie came out.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it 1 to 3?
It was only 1
Yeah,
to
it was-
3.
it
Yeah,
was
it
a
was
really
supposed to
early
end.
seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know, but
Yeah.
no, but some of them after are still really good too. But like,
Oh yeah, but everyone says as of season 4 is when the show went to shit, which they're technically not wrong because Steven Hillenburg left, so he had no say in a
Yes.
lot of the episodes. But
Yeah,
then he
exactly.
came back for another season or 2, and then he passed away.
Honestly, then he
Um,
fucking died.
Yeah, but like even afterwards, there's a lot of fucking golden episodes as of season 4. There's a lot of shit too,
there's a lot of
but
good
there's
ones,
a lot
shit
of good
ones, but a
ones.
lot
Yeah,
of good ones.
but you're right
But,
though
like,
with
the
the
SpongeBob
movie being the
movie is the
last
last
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so good.
Perfect
It's so
storytelling,
good.
perfect like just story
David
in general. Yeah.
Hasselhoff.
Iconic lines. Like I've seen the movie a million times over. It's probably the movie I've seen the most in my life.
They
Oh,
rolled
I-
the off.
I watched
I'm
They
not
rolled the
kidding.
Hasselhoff.
Now that we're men. I can't
That's
do
when you win.
anything. That fucking like whole thing too, or just fucking
See. And then Squidward,
bubble that bubble.
Squidward saying, "I listen to public radio" was one of the fucking funniest lines in that
What
movie.
does that mean?
What does that mean? And then he figures everything out.
And he's looking at
or
his
the
fingers
fucking
again.
scene where where Squidward wins and SpongeBob's just yelling. Oh, yeah!
God.
And he goes up and
Better
you
look
just see
next time.
Squidward's face. Oh, no, that fucking scene makes me fucking laugh so much.
Yeah. I basically have the whole movie in my memory. Like I could play the movie
It's
in my
so
head if I wanted
funny.
to. Not necessarily based on the lyrics, but based on like the tones of how people are
And the
speaking.
game,
It's the
the
weirdest thing.
PlayStation,
Diamond.
PlayStation GameCube game is so fucking good for it too.
I
Like,
had
the
done the
final
Game Boy
boss
as such.
Is you
Fucking
I
fight
done the
the
classic.
Game
final
Boy, too.
boss? Final
Iconic.
boss is you fighting King Neptune, and you have one of your abilities is to shoot like a guitar stream at people.
Oh, and the
And-
last scene too. Oh, fuck, the last scene's fucking iconic.
Mhm.
Oh my god, Goofy Goober Rock is just oof.
The guitar solo part is just goes so hard
And
for
you know,
no reason.
the best part of the movie is that at the very beginning, when he looks at his calendar, it's March 6th, my birthday, and my name is Patrick, and I'm a character in the show. I was shitting my pants the first time I watched that movie. Oh my god.
Imagine if it was Patrick's if it was Patrick's birthday that day, like Pat, you share your birthday.
I got
with
it for my
Patrick, or,
birthday.
like,
I was
thought
literally
you would've
shitting my
gotten it as,
pants. I got it as a
thought you
birthday
would've gotten
gift.
I thought you would have gotten it as like a tooth.
I got it from the Tooth Fairy. I got Shrek the Third from the Tooth Fairy. Oh my god.
But SpongeBob just a fucking perfect.
Yeah,
it's so good.
it's
Then
way
the
too good.
other movies are just not as good, like at all. It's not even close.
The second one I liked, and the second SpongeBob movie, it was my first date with Sophia ever, so I have like a special place in my heart for that.
But like, you
And
know
the
what
third
I
one
mean?
was
Like,
so
it's
bad.
okay.
The third
No,
one
but
was
they're
so bad. Oh
okay.
my god.
It's not like the first one's so good.
Yeah, it's hard to compare the two. Like they're
Yeah.
not
Like,
even on the same
second one's
page,
not
but I
as
like the
good.
second one
It's
still.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was
I agree
very-
with
But it's
you.
not
It's
even-
I had
okay.
fun,
not
I had
even
fun
close, man.
watching it.
Yeah, it's not even.
Did I watch the third one? I think I watched it.
Oh my god, if you watched it, you would have known that you've watched it. John, did you
Yeah.
watch
I
it?
think I watched
Which one?
The third.
the third one.
No.
It's
Is the third one when they get like
cancer.
fucking 3D and he has the fucking like the fucking when Patrick's like fucking spinning and there's like the fucking bowling balls like going through him or whatever. Am I thinking the right one or is that the second one?
I don't know.
Wait, Sponge Out of Water is the third one, right?
The th-
Or maybe.
No, that's the second one. The third one is the one where like Gary gets stolen basically, and he has to go find
Oh.
Gary. And there's
No, okay, I
Keanu
saw it.
Reeves. Keanu
Alright,
Reeves
I
is the tumbleweed. Oh my god.
No,
Oh,
I
Keanu
never
Reeves
saw it. I
was
never
good.
saw it. I think of the second one. The second one is when like they become like fucking 3D and they're like fucking in the on like land or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's the second one. The third
Yeah.
movie, it's a commercial for Camp Coral, basically. The fucking spin-off show of like all of them as kids that's
Yeah.
coming out soon. Like,
You know why that triggers me?
because
No,
Steven
the only-
Hillenburg is
the
dead.
only- the main reason why it triggers me is because if you watch SpongeBob, which like every single person's gonna watch that show watched,
Mhm.
he met Sandy for the first time at the fucking like he was
Yes.
fucking an adult and she's in the show.
And Mr. Krabs was like twice their age, and now he's a kid in there too.
Literally. It makes no sense.
Oh what?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Oh, that's so
yeah,
stuffed.
yeah.
That's so
Yeah, yeah.
stuffed.
It looks
It will
hideous.
make- it
The
will make
fucking
no sense.
sky is like brown in it, and it looks like a fucking like college like art project. The movie,
Looks like ass.
the TV show. Sorry, it looks fucking god awful. It's a cash grab, and they waited for Steven Hillenburg to die before they announced it. That's
Which is
why.
kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
Ass. It's kind of ass.
you guys would be so
Like, in theory-
infuriated watching the third movie.
No.
Oh my god.
In theory, the like going back in time isn't a bad idea.
No,
It just
I
like,
liked it.
It's just like why are you having Mr. Krabs and Sandy there?
Yeah.
Like you
Again,
could literally
it makes
just
no
have the
sense.
show. You could literally just have the show be SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, and like a bunch of new
Mhm.
characters.
Some new
And that
guys.
would have been
Jobbers.
fucking. No, but really, a bunch of
He's not
jobbers,
wrong. Yeah.
and it would have been fucking really good.
Like, even
In
if
theory, like, it
fucking
would've been
Harold,
okay.
if Harold the random blue fish was in the movie,
My leg.
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you put like
He's
Harold.
the main
you put, like-
character.
I wouldn't mind a spin off of Harold. to be
I'd
honest.
watch that. But
where
no,
he just, like,
it's clearly
talks
just a
about the
cash
shit.
grab, and they're throwing away all of the canon stuff, all the lore and everything, just to make
That's
this
the
show.
thing.
You know, it's so
Because they're
cringe.
throwing out the canon and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's
garbage.
basically its own thing. Like you have to ignore the fact that SpongeBob came out as a TV show. You have to ignore that
Yeah.
existed to watch this, basically. So
It's just a shame.
it's a cash grab
It
to
is
make
very
off
cliche,
of a
yeah.
brilliant dead man, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
it's super
For sure.
cringe. Yeah,
But SpongeBob movie,
that's
classic,
SpongeBob. Yeah.
really good.
John, do you want to pick
Spunk,
one?
Spunk Bob. Let's go with Goodfellas, because I think of the fellas a lot.
Goodfellas. Yeah, it's us. It's the
I have
fellows.
never seen this fucking movie.
You're missing out. Oh my god. It's the best fucking mafia movie ever made. My
I can
God.
agree.
It's
This
fucking
is even one of my dad's favorites.
yeah, it's like
I think it's one of my dad's
oh my
favorite
god,
movies,
yeah,
too.
it's just fantastic like representation of the mob. It's such an epic movie. It's another movie for
That's
the
good.
boys basically. When we're
Yep,
talking about like
yep.
Spider-Man, Hercules, this is another fucking movie for the boys. This movie makes you want to join the fucking mob basically.
I become Joe Pesci.
The fact that it's based off of like a real guy and real like all real people is insane. Like Henry Hill was a real guy and everything, and it's literally just talking about him like since he was a kid and like how he wanted to join the mob, and then how he started small and then he started doing bigger and bigger shit and became a real hot shot, and then he has to like basically give it all up at the very end and join like witness protection. Basically that's like bare bones what it is, what it's all about. But the amount of fucking shit that they have to do, like the fucked up stuff they have to do to get by some situations, like yeah, oh god, it's one of those movies that every time it comes on I'm like fuck, I need to sit down, stop everything I'm doing and watch it.
Yep.
I explain this too, because like I don't like really serious movies.
It's got a lot of comedic bits. It's a really funny
No, but-
movie, you know, but it's
but
more
you know what I
I know what you
mean,
mean though. Yeah,
Like for me, like when I look
I
at
like the
mine,
serious
right?
movies. Yeah,
Like John Wick and Dark Knight, I don't even count them as serious movies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like John Wick, it's like an action movie.
Yeah.
And like
It's
Dark
like
Knight's
shit always
also like an
happening.
action movie.
Mhm,
Like it's like a like the Goodfellas sound it like seems like a dark like.
it's like a dramedy kind of like there's
like,
moments of
yeah,
comedy,
like-
but it's very dark in most of the situations, most of the tones.
Yeah.
But it's meant to be like lighthearted, and then
That's
like
the
it'll be all
point, that's
happy,
the
and then
point
like
of the movie,
in
yeah.
a fucking flick of the switch, it goes like total 180, and it's like
I think
They
like
just
maybe
shot, like,
Jesus,
5 people.
like the drama genre itself is not your most preferred
No,
genre.
I don't like
that's the
drama at
thing
all.
exactly. But I love it. Like that's
I don't like
like
drama in real life.
Whiplash.
so, like,
Whiplash is probably my favorite movie like of all time, to be completely honest.
I don't even know what
Yes,
that
the
is.
thing that
Yeah.
remember,
I'll talk
fun
about Whiplash
fact about the
after.
paranormal movie. Johnny drop kicked me before recording because he's like, John, can I drop kicks? Like he's like, he asked, can I drop kick you? Because like he's like, I've never done it before. Like sure. And then Johnny fucking drop kicked me, and I'm pretty sure I got whiplash from. I
Believable.
don't know. That's just the paranormal record.
Because that was Buff Johnny. So
That was Buff Johnny drop kicking me.
that's it.
Like lanky John.
yeah. John, did you ever watch Irishman?
Irish.
I did.
Yes,
That was
yes.
a great movie.
It's
But
like it's like a much better Irishman, basically.
Yeah, but Irishman was like it was like not serious. It was fucking funny.
That's why like
Yeah.
Goodfellas is a much better rendition of the Irishman. Because it's a lot of the same guys and like the same like a lot of the actors are still there, like De Niro and Joe Pesci and what's his name, Scorsese directed Irishman too. It's literally like if Goodfellas got made now was the Irishman.
That's probably why I liked.
Exactly. Watch Goodfellas. One of these days you put on Goodfellas and just
Okay.
enjoy it. It's such a fantastic movie.
The Irishman was really good.
Irishman was
That
good.
really
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. But it's fucking long. Goodfellas is not a 3.5 hour long movie.
Yeah, no, Irishman was really good.
God, I started watching it at one point and then I stopped. I'm like, I'll just finish it some other
Wait,
time,
hold
and
on,
I
wait,
totally
am I thinking of the
forgot.
right movie? Did Irishman have Matthew McConaughey in it?
No,
Fuck, I'm thinking of the
I
wrong
don't know what
movie.
you're thinking.
British
What movie am I
British
thinking
man.
of?
A Britishman, Kingsman.
Kingsman. So good.
Oh fuck! What movie am
I don't know any
thinking of?
McConaughey movies off the top of my head, to be honest.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Colin.
No,
right
the
on,
main
right
the main
on,
character in
right.
Irishman is De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched it. Then I'm thinking of the.
Ah,
These
never
are all
mind,
the
never
movies.
mind, never mind.
These are the movies I watch right now, like a lot, because these are his types of movies. He loves these movies.
So
it was The Gentleman. That's what I was thinking of.
no.
That was a really good.
Irishman's another mafia movie, basically, but Goodfellas is the
I
perfect mafia movie.
Speaking of like Matthew McConaughey, it made me think of Interstellar, but
Did-
then that made me think of my favorite space movie that's not Star Wars, and that's
Toy Story 2,
Martian
Martian.
with Matt
Uh,
Damon.
Interstellar was the movie in which I had my favorite shit and piss session ever because I had to shit and piss an hour into the movie and I didn't want to leave because it was interesting. So I held my shit and piss for 2 hours.
Poor kid.
And
I
Yeah.
ju- the one thing about Interstellar that pissed me off is that like it just like fucking was going everywhere. Like it was super interesting. It's not a bad movie. Just like it was fucking going everywhere. Like they go into space, like and then like he like fucking fast forwards like fucking 90 years because he goes in space for like fucking 2 weeks or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't
Like,
care for those types of movies.
Yeah, but Martian was really good because it was like a realistic scenario. Like obviously that's not fucking what would happen. And like obviously some things were like all convenience, but like it was actually really fucking interesting.
Hmm.
And like Matt Damon
Yeah.
was really fucking funny. That was a really good movie.
Da baby.
What's Whiplash? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Whiplash
it?
is fuck out. Hold on, I always forget the kid's name. I'm gonna look it up super fast. Whiplash. It's one.
Flash.
It's the guy from
Flash.
the new Fantastic Four movie that everyone fucking hated because it was so bad. Miles Teller, that's his name. It's a kid that is in college and he got into like a prestigious college and got into like a band. So like there's like band class essentially, and he was really good, but like as he's practicing, he's a drummer, so he's practicing the drums, and he's basically in like the Div 2 of the band. There's like that band, and then there's like the Div 1 band, like the main band for the school, and the teacher is J.K. Simmons. And so he's playing his drums, and then J.K. Simmons comes in and he's grooving and stuff, and then Miles thinks he did a really good job, and then as he looks up, he's gone because he really didn't like it. And so he's like playing the drums more and more. His family's like super rich, and his like brothers are all like Div 3 athletes for their respective colleges and stuff, and he feels like a fucking loser, and he's doing like better and better, and then he ends up on the Div 1 team, and then he thinks it's like it's all fun and games, and then like 10 minutes into the fucking class he realizes that it's literal like hell on earth being the drummer, like just being in the band in general, because J.K. Simmons like fucking like whips chairs at people and shit, and like he verbally assaults everyone. Christ on wheels. It's a super dramatic movie. Like there's barely any bits of comedy. There's a couple of jokes here and there, and no comedy whatsoever. It's probably like my favorite movie of all time. There's like the usage of the music in it is fantastic. Like the fucking grooving is insane. The final scene in the movie is one of the best scenes in like cinematic history, in my opinion. I'll try to find the clip for you guys and send it to you. It's like, if ever you guys don't really plan on watching it, like the fucking end scene is retarded.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Pat, like this does not sound very appealing to me, but at least it's
trust me, I'm not doing it justice. It's so good. So, and then like he ends up like, he tells off his brothers and his family, and he gets like fucking like his family hates him and shit, and his girlfriend breaks up with his girlfriend because he wants to focus on being the main drummer for the bands, because he's like the backup basically. And then he gets the shot at being the main guy, and then he gets in a fucking car accident because he's running late for the show, and he starts playing after being in a fucking car crash, and he's like all bloody and passing out. And then at like during the concert, J.K. Simmons tells him like, you're fucking done, and he like starts trying to beat the shit out of J.K. Simmons, and then he gets like kicked out of the school and everything, and then he gets, well, this is a spoiler, so like if any of you guys want to skip, I'll probably include a timestamp. He ends up getting kicked out of the college, and then he gets J.K. Simmons fired for the verbal assault and stuff, and then he meets up with him at like a coffee shop or whatever, and then he's like, oh, we're just playing like at a local thing, and there's gonna be a lot of really high up people if you want to try playing with me. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he goes, and the whole reason he did that, he like at the show, he leans in, he's like, I know it was fucking you, and he gives him like all the wrong papers, so he basically will embarrass himself in front of like the main people that like if they see you fuck up, like you'll never get a career in music for the rest of your life. And then he ends up twisting and the whole thing on J.K. Simmons, and does a really good job. Basically, that's the movie.
Damn.
Phenomenal stuff. Seriously, I cannot recommend this movie enough.
It's quite nice.
It's insane. That's Whiplash.
I'm gonna say this, Pat. Your sales pitch of Full Metal Jacket was very, very good. Even
this not so much.
This one, I'm gonna be honest, did not sound
because it's so like, I don't even know how to put it into words. Like trying to explain the story.
Rock band or like just like fucking
jazz band.
You like
Okay.
jazz?
Because you
Oh my
think
God.
jazz band, you think like, oh, it's like relaxing and stuff, and it's like he's literally like making people want to kill themselves, and he's like throwing shit at people and screaming at them and calling people like, fuck, I don't want to censor my thing. He's calling them like every slur under the book and shit, basically, like really, really aggressive, and he's like screaming and like
He's screaming in his
like
sleep.
slapping Miles Teller in the face, like trying. Oh my god. I'll send you guys some
Jesus.
clips, and you need to watch it. Oh my god.
Get a better understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
The other
first
two, I'm definitely
leave
thinking
the
about.
sleep.
This one, I'm
Try,
trying never
this though it's the one I recommend the most out of all three. This, Full Metal Jacket, Goodfellas for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodfellas, yeah, Goodfellas I recommend as well. It's so good.
Oh, filthy movie. Shrek 2, I don't even really want to talk about, to be honest. Shrek
We already
2.
got into Shrek.
John talked about
is
Shrek
like-
2. I can't really say more. The music is insane. All the renditions of it are good. I usually hate when people cover music. The covers are the best part of the music.
Yeah, Shrek 2 is-
Good story, good everything. Next, basically. Fantastic movie. I love Shrek 2. Fuck.
Well, your last one is Rocky.
Oh yeah, I did talk about all the others.
Ooh.
The reason I picked Rocky 4 is like almost purely because of the montages are sick. I like the story. It's like it's Rocky, like it's supposed to be like a little kind of like charity event or whatever, Apollo Creed versus Ivan Drago, and this is like
Yeah.
during when the Cold War scare was real, and Ivan literally kills Apollo in the ring, and then
Yeah.
Rocky
And then-
has to avenge him basically, and he's a fucking steroid infused machine.
Yeah. He's
And
a unit.
God, the fucking music in there is insane. The story is so good. Like
Burning heart.
yeah, Burning Heart's insane. But the training montage song is my fucking. I have a workout playlist on that I have on YouTube, and it has one song, and it's just the training montage song from Rocky 4. I literally have it called like my workout playlist, and it's one song.
I'm gonna say this about Rocky, and I kind of touched on it before.
Mhm.
I've watched many different boxing movies, shows, etc., like things about boxing.
Yeah.
And I personally think Rocky as a whole is very overrated because I've seen like the best boxing thing I've ever seen in
I
my fucking
so
life.
strongly disagree with you on that
I
statement.
don't know, which is fine, which is
exactly.
Because I watched an anime. It's like one of the oldest anime. It's
Boxing anime.
it's a
Rocky, the
boxing
anime.
no, it's actually a boxing anime. It's called the
One
Ippo.
Punch
It's
Man.
Like, no, it's not One Punch. It's Ippo, and think of it this way. I don't know if you're ever gonna watch it. So when it comes to like the character, he was a fisherman. Like his dad was a fisherman, and he used to help his dad like carry shit. And his mom owns like a fishing thing, so he's like really built because he has to like carry all the shit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was getting bullied because he always smelled like fucking like worms and shit. And he gets into boxing because he sees like the heavyweight like one of the heavyweight champions like fucking do something whatever. And you see his story from when he was like 15 years old until like the end. Like now in the manga, like in the book, they fucking retired him. So like you see his full career go through, and he never gets like he doesn't get like favoritism treatment in like every fucking story. You know what I mean? Like you know when you're watching Rocky, that Rocky's gonna fucking win almost like every fucking time. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, he's gonna probably like
I guess,
get
but
fucking
I
destroyed.
think that's
No,
why I
wait,
like
which
one
is-
so much, you know, because he doesn't.
Yeah,
You know, he
but you know
loses,
what I
but he
mean?
went
Like-
the distance. You know.
He went to this. You know
And
what
he's
I
not
mean?
gonna
Like in
stop.
most, but like you're seeing him get fucking destroyed for like 30 billion like times of the movie, whatever it is. Like he's just getting fucking destroyed, and like he gets that one hit, then he wins. In Ippo, it's literally just like the other guy. Like when he loses for the first time to the champion, like the champion ends up. You get to see like the champion fight the world champion. Like he fights a Japanese champion, he loses.
Mm-hmm.
And like it goes on, and you see him like fucking fight other people, and like the one guy that's like fighting the world champion lost to Ippo twice, and like this whole fucking like the story for that is so like fucking convincing to me. It was like, wow, that's actually fucking cool. Like Rocky, it's very good, but like it's like, oh, okay, now Rocky's just gonna get fucking destroyed for the whole, like for like 8 out of the fucking 9 rounds, and like the 9th round he just fucking hits him like one. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of Rocky, which is why it's made. It's just like comeback. It's like underdog story, but it's like every fucking movie. Is
But
literally
I that's why people like
Yeah.
3 so much too, because in 3 it's like he's the hot shot, and like he keeps like Clubber Lang keeps on saying like, oh, give me a shot, he's a gay or whatever. So Rocky's just like going making his millions and just like taking
Yeah.
pictures, and he finally lands the shot. So like Rocky's still not training, he's not taking him seriously, and then they're like Clubber Lang's having his montage. He's like exercising like fucking mental and shit, and Rocky's just like, oh,
Yeah.
just signing pictures, like doing whatever, and then he gets his fucking ass beat. Now Rocky's a fucking bum. You know, people love that. Like that's a fantastic
Yeah.
storyline. You know,
and that's
fantastic
why
storyline.
Rocky 3 is their favorite one.
Everyone says Rocky 3 is the best.
But that's why, because he wasn't
The story is like probably the best,
That's
exactly.
it.
Because it wasn't the typical, oh, he's a fucking.
Because you're almost
underdog to fight.
almost rooting against him, because he's like acting like a big shot. He doesn't give a shit.
That's
He's
it.
like, oh, you're a fucking loser. I don't really care. I'm
And
whatever.
then exactly what happened happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got
Which is
Rocky
no, but
too.
it is- like when you look at like Rocky versus Drago, you knew he was gonna win. It's just
No,
a
you
matter
didn't.
of when.
No, he's a fucking disgusting tank, and you're like, oh my god, he could kill Rocky
Yeah, but-
type of thing, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's some movies you go in, you know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
you knew he was gonna beat him. It was just a matter of when.
I feel like anyone
So-
watching Rocky 4, I think the only thing that gives it away is the fact that he's Russian, and this is just to make America look good.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's the only
probably.
reason that anyone could have
That doesn't
predicted it.
help. That doesn't
Of
help
course
at
not.
all. But
The
like
Russian propaganda.
you're watching the movie. He kills Apollo Creed, and you're like, oh, okay. And
Yeah,
then
like, oh shit.
then he has to fight this guy, and you're like, well, Rocky's not gonna fucking lose, because then what the fuck's the point? It's
Or
not
if it just-
Drago the movie.
If it just
Dragon.
yeah, but I'm saying if it just ended with
kills
him dying
Apollo
all
Creed.
four.
He kills Apollo Creed and kill fucking Rocky, and then the movie's over.
God, he kills
He was gonna
Rocky and
win.
it's over.
Yeah, I mean, like, he was gonna win.
my
It's just a
God.
matter of how he win. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like you weren't watching it to, like, for him to win. It's how he won. You know what
It's
I mean?
such an
not, like-
epic, like it's so
you
just like
you
it's
knew
an
he was
epic
gonna
movie, you
win,
know? Yeah,
But it's
exactly.
how he was gonna win.
Story wise, I think it's weak, but like it's such an epic movie in general.
But it's a good movie. But
Yeah.
that's why Rocky's good. It just compared to other boxing stuff I've seen, like I think the Creed movies are better.
Hmm.
I watched Creed 1 and 2 and they were really good.
I was bored watching Creed 1. I never finished it. It's one of the series I need to rewatch, just in general, because I never watched 2 and I watched most of 1. I just started getting bored,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
you
But
know,
like,
he it's kind of the same thing as Rocky, but it's not about him. Like in Creed, it's more of, oh, you're Apollo Creed's son, you're gonna get everything handed to you, but he has to like work his way up.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like
Starts off as a jobber.
he starts no, but he thinks he's a big shit. Like he goes into like fucking people's gyms and he starts like fucking knocking like some
Yeah.
guys out, and you know what I mean? Like he
Again,
it's
you're
not
like
he's a
almost rooting
fucking
against
jobber.
him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's what it is. You're rooting against him until he actually gets his shit together, and you're rooting for him after.
Yeah.
But that's why it makes it interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then
Like if ever you were to watch anime, I would recommend watching the Ippo one, 'cause it's actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
you know, Holden and I predicted the plot for the second Creed movie like 10 years ago. Like when the first Creed movie came out,
No, yeah.
we were like, oh, the next movie's gonna be him fighting Ivan Drago's son. Obviously, it's gonna be the most obvious fucking
Yeah.
plot ever. And then sure enough, Creed 2 comes out. We find out the plot, and we were fucking pissing our pants when we found out. We're like, yep.
You guys should have written
It's the easiest thing to call. It's the easiest
It
thing you could ever
is.
call. I
That's
was
the-
surprised that's
that's
not
the-
what Creed 1
It's like
was.
Rocky. It's the same thing. You knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's not. You're not.
No, there's
watching
nothing
it-
wrong with it. It's like
Nothing wrong,
that's
it's
not.
just
It's a
what it
story I would
is.
have wanted to watch. It's just like you obviously know it's coming. You're like, okay,
You
now
know
he's
it's
gonna go
coming.
get revenge, basically, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything more we could touch upon.
What you said you had honorable mentions too. You had like honorable mentions.
Yeah, I
Do you have
could.
anything
I'll
else?
quickly filter through them. I don't really know that I should like. I don't want to delve too deep into like much or if any of them, but like my list it goes. I have Shawshank. That was very close to making it. Baby Driver, obviously, again was really
Baby Driver
close.
was really good.
Spider-Man 2, fantastic. Mulan, obviously Mulan,
Yeah.
almost interchangeable with Hercules. Shrek
Yeah.
1, Rocky 1, Pulp Fiction, which is there, but I took it out in honor of the SpongeBob movie.
Oh, yes.
Toy Story 2, like Gino.
Yeah.
Megamind was a big one.
Megamind a good
Yeah.
movie too. Yeah.
Silence
You
of
might
the
know that.
Lambs. Oh, sorry, John. Yeah,
Well, no,
it's
I'm
such a
saying with
good movie.
Megamind. I told Pat
Oh.
before. I was watching with my nonna, and I was in the area, a couple days ago, and she's like, "Oh, I like this movie." She found it very funny.
Very cute.
Mega Man
It's
was
such a
really
cute
good.
movie. Yeah, yeah. Silence of the Lambs and Pub Blart.
Paul Blart.
Pub Blart's more. That's like my grown-ups level like meme entry essentially.
But Paul Blart's a
It's not a
good
bad movie. No, it's not bad in the slightest. But it like
Paul Blart 1 was really good.
I like it
Yeah.
more for the
Paul Blart
meme.
2 was pretty but like Paul Blart 1 was really good.
Oh yeah, 2 was god awful. Obviously.
When he fights in the Martin Brother, fucking like what it's so fucking
Our
good.
boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you guys have a list of honorables that you want to go through?
Most of my honorable mentions were like
We're
touched upon
yeah.
through
Oh, okay.
like
Just kind of already like we said it basically.
yeah, we went through most of it. John, you because you were the only one who didn't really have
No, but I said like I put Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
yeah,
there.
like that was the
I had
really
this
the
is
one
I had
big
this
one.
is the end that I also
Yeah.
had put in. A lot of the Seth Rogen movies too. I like Seth Rogen, James Franco movies. I really like them too, or even like anything along those lines of just shit posting it. Like those are really the two ones that stood out for me. That I even like Spider-Man was actually one of my honorable mentions. And
Spider-Man would be my honorable mention too. The
that's it.
original
It's
Spider-Man.
because Sam Raimi Spider-Mans were just
Yeah.
they were something funny. And then even Spider-Man 3, as much as it's a fucking terrible shit post of a movie,
It's still really fun.
there's still iconic moments from it which just get like redeem it.
Oh, did
I
you?
would watch Spider-Man 3 like every fucking second of the day, and then I would never watch Andrew Garfield's movie ever again. Like,
That's
not
what
even,
I
like,
would
one or
rather
two
do
other-
that. I would rather do
rather do
that.
that fucking every day.
Spider-Man 3 is a bit of a bad rep. It's not nearly as bad as you remember. It's not good,
It's a
like
it's
compared
a
to
pretty
the other
bad
two. But
movie, but like it's not as bad
I've
as.
if you
rewatched it,
rewatch
like-
it, yeah, if you rewatch it, your opinion's gonna change.
I was like,
Oh
fuck.
no,
I'm
I've
like,
rewatched it many times. I've watched it a lot of times.
Recently?
I was like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
the
Oh,
whole Sandman. I was like, the whole
it's not a
Sandman.
great movie, but it's like
arc.
good. It's not like it's a good 6 on 10.
yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
it's
Something
just it's the problem is that like the corporations started getting involved. It's purely just the Marvel's toy division where like you need to add Venom to the movie
Yeah.
to make it good. It's like, well, fuck, I don't want to add fucking Venom. It would have literally just been like him versus Sandman. That was basically
Sandman
the plot.
and the Green Goblin and Blue
I don't even know that he was necessarily supposed to be a
Harry.
villain though necessarily. And then we were supposed to have a Spider-Man 4 with Bruce Campbell
Carnage.
as no. It was supposed to be Mysterio in Spider-Man
I thought
4.
I thought it was supposed to be Carnage.
No, Bruce
Yeah,
Campbell.
Rey
Because
Mysterio.
Are you
in
sure?
Rey Mysterio. Yeah, because if you ever watch the first 3 movies, you notice that Bruce Campbell is like in every single movie. Like in Spider-Man 1, he's the ring announcer. In Spider-Man 2, he works at the fancy restaurant. In Spider-Man 3, what the fuck's he doing in Spider-Man 3?
In Spider-Man 3, wasn't he also like the fucking dude at the theater?
Oh, sorry.
Right?
Spider-Man 2, he was the guy working at the theater. Spider-Man 3 was the restaurant.
Yeah.
That's it. And then like the joke was supposed to be that in Spider-Man 4, we find out that he is like, because obviously it's Bruce Campbell is playing all kinds of different like disguised characters. Basically, we're supposed to find out that Bruce Campbell is Mysterio and he's gonna
Which would have been
be the new
fucking
villain.
funny.
yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be Carnage. That's what I remember hearing growing up. It was supposed to be the Carnage movie.
No, yeah, like I'm sure they canceled it because they're like, all right, you're gonna add Carnage, now you're gonna add this, you're gonna add that, and Sam Raimi's like, if you add any of that, I'm done, and I'm gonna stop the movie. And then they're like, we're
No,
not
I
doing it
thought
unless
they
you do
also
it.
they canceled because Tobey Maguire was getting too old and he was getting like
No,
fat.
no, no.
Yeah,
That's what I remember hearing. I thought he was
What,
he wasn't
he's so
he couldn't
fat.
fit in the suit anymore.
That's not
That's what
true.
I remember.
That's not
I
true.
was like, oh, rip, okay.
That's not true. I think it was because the corporation started getting involved again. Like,
Oh,
and
could
That's
be.
it.
he was pissed off because Sam Raimi has a very particular style. Like, watch Army of Darkness is a fantastic series too that you guys definitely have never seen, and I couldn't recommend higher than anything. Bruce Campbell's a
Oh, yeah.
fantastic actor. Sam Raimi's a filthy director. And
Bruce Campbell, the fucking instruction voice for the
The-
Spider-Man games as
the
well.
Iron Chin himself, man. Fucking legend. All right, well,
And those are my
Yeah.
honorable mentions to go over really quickly and briefly.
Yeah, I think
you
we're
guys
good,
want anything
guys.
else or?
I think is there any other last movie that I really want to shout out? I
J-
said The Martian.
John, quick shot of racial slur.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me just think of this.
No.
No.
Another good movie that I just fucking thought of. It was a Pixar movie.
Bugs
Hold on.
Life.
Up was a really good movie.
Up was good.
It's another really good.
Oh, so good.
I think if I watch Up now, I'm just gonna cry the whole time. I'm not down for it. I'm too
No,
scared to rewatch
I
Up.
never cry watching up.
I'm too scared to watch it.
Oh fuck! Even Meet the Robinsons. I love that movie.
I watched that like a month ago. It was really good.
I haven't seen that in forever. They all hated me.
I find like just the whole ending of it was so fucking
Oh, and The
adorable.
Incredibles is another one we're missing.
Incredibles is
he's
good.
So good.
And Wreck-It Ralph 1.
Wreck-It Ralph was surprisingly good, honestly.
Wreck-It Ralph 1 was
Yeah.
really good. I liked it. What else is an honorable mention?
Come on.
Monsters Inc.
Come on now.
You just go through a bunch of Disney
Yes.
ones. Cars.
A Car's Life.
Wall-E.
I watched Cars in theaters with Gino
Yes, sir.
a million years ago.
Literally in what, 2000?
Whenever grade 2 was.
2006. Literally 2006.
Disgusting. Man, we're old.
We are old. Finding
Fucking
Nemo.
Finding Squeamo.
I don't think I've ever watched The Bug's Life, or if I haven't
Really?
watched it, like, a long time ago, I
Bug's
don't
Life's.
remember it.
I watched it
probably
pretty
watched
recently.
I don't remember it.
That's another Kevin Spacey movie, actually. I was thinking of. I was trying to think of Kevin
yeah.
Spacey movies. Bug's Life. He's the main villain. Funny enough. Damn, Daniel.
Oh, there's a movie that I just thought of too. Last one, the worm movie, John. We brought it up the other fucking week.
The which one?
The what?
The one where he eats worms.
Oh.
How do you eat
How
fried
do you fried
worms?
worms?
How to Eat Fried Worm was another fucking hilarious movie.
My mum. My mum just left me Yinger Hinger Durkin.
Yeah, no, I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for listening
what
to
you
the
gotta do?
podcast,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for
We'll
coming
see you
out,
next
everyone.
week. Next week you might have a guest. We'll see if he
Yeah,
gets
we'll see
someone
what's
on.
happening.
Worst
We can
case,
see what-
it's
we can see what
John's
Dom-
turn next week.
That's it. We can see what Dom or Luca are up to.
Oh sure, yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. We'll think it over. We have more time this week because we were doing it earlier. So
That's
we have
it.
time.
So,
Alright.
what you gotta do?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, I love you all.
Love you all.
Thanks a lot for 400
Okay.
subscribers as well. I need to mention that at some point. We
Shout
hit
out 400.
400.
400,
Let's go,
404.
I love you, boys. Thank you so much.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Ba-da-dum.
Ba-dum. Ba-dum.